Morning is my monitor's less, whatever. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. I hope you've taken your joy. It was therapy day. Apologies for being late. What are you gonna do? Got to keep your brain healthy. Yeah, yeet. Isn't that that was literally my exact reaction. And like my sister and I have, lived together our whole life, and just a few years ago, she was like, "Did you know that I always planned to identify your body by that big vein in your eye?" And I'm like, "The what in my eye?" And she's like, "Yeah, your whole life you've had this huge vein in your eye. And I just subconsciously planned to identify your body by it." Okay, Sarah. Cool. Thanks. Love that. At least she plans to identify my body. Yeah, exactly. Like, at least she plans to identify it. There's something in my eye already. Probably. God damn it. Every day, I swear, I sit down and a fuzz flies into my eyeball or something. Because I'm totally fine until I sit down. What the fuck? Why? I swear to God. It's just why. Every day. Every fucking day. Bodies. No shit, bipolar. My little sister told me she'd identify me by my vein in my eye someday, which means she thinks I'm gonna get murdered. Dude, the eyeshot, I think it turned out okay. It was a little weird to begin with. Have you ever, like, started doing makeup and you're like, "This looks like a look I could do," and you get halfway done, you're like, "Should I just wash my face?" That was my morning this morning, you know? One of those. What is in my eye every day? So annoying. Yeah, it was this of course, I found it on Pinterest. I found a look on Pinterest, but, like, I started doing blue it was blue. She had, like, a blue ring around this orange, and when I was doing it, I swear to God, it looked like a black eye. Like, there are so many times when I get halfway through doing makeup and I'm like, "I should wash my face." And I have to tell myself, like, "It'll get there. It will get there. You just gotta keep going," because it looked bad. It's all in the blending. There I can't. I'm gonna ignore whatever's in my eye. Yeah, exactly. Not just dead, but to the point where I don't have teeth or fingers. Fruit fly. I'm gonna kill him. I know. I cannot believe you're just randomly going skydiving on Sunday. Like, I'm really excited for you. I've always wanted to go skydiving. I would never bungee jump, ever. That shit just seems stupid. But skydiving seems, I mean, also stupid, but way more fun. I don't know. It seems like a cool I'm really excited for you. You're not gonna die. I mean, I have cousins who skydive all the time. It's something people do regularly, you know? Oh my god, it's gonna be so cold. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god, it's December. You're gonna be so cold. I mean, as long as the dogs don't eat you. You know, I was actually or listened to, watched whatever, some podcast recently that was about the statistics of dogs eating you after you die, like your pets eating you. And you're more than likely gonna get eaten by your dog, but it's not because they're aiming to eat you, like, they try to wake you up and end up chewing your face off. It was really fucked up. Honestly, I haven't had a dental X-ray for a while, but I don't think my teeth have changed. I think they're about the same. Remember, we went to Meow Wolf and we all smiled in the black light and none of us had dead teeth, so we're good. Seriously. So do you have to, like, rent gear? Like, I don't know anything about skydiving. Like, I thought you had to have, like, gear, like, all your stuff to skydive. Do you just rent all that? Cats eat you to eat you. That's the difference. It was actually crazy. Like, the statistics are you're more likely to get eaten by a dog, but the dog isn't, like, eating you to eat you. It's kinda like if you have a dog, they lick your face to wake you up. They try to, like, stimulate you, and they end up taking bites, whereas a cat will just, like, you know, get hungry. Exactly, they just try to wake you up by licking and then maybe nibbling, and then after a while, mom no longer smells like mom. "Wow, this is meat, cool." Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, if I die and my dogs are starving, I hope they eat me. It doesn't seem like you have to rent anything. It doesn't seem oh my god, please go over the website 5,000,000 times and make sure you're not showing up naked. This song I know, Emma, this song, all of honestly, I just love the Northern Boys. They're so fucking funny. You did? Okay, good. It seems made me nervous. I don't feel like you're the kind of person to go skydiving completely unprepared, but, like, you never know. I'm one of those people that if I'm gonna go do something, I get, like, I show up a pro. Like, not the, pretentious, "I know better than you" people skydiving, but, like, I show up and I know it. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't go in blind. Bring your own chute. Oh my god. Speaking of parachutes, so I'm pretty positive if you go skydiving with someone if you go skydiving for the first time, like, you're gonna have someone strapped onto you, or you're strapped onto somebody or whatever, like, they don't just let you skydive by yourself for the first time, that's crazy. But, I follow this Twitch account, I follow a Twitter account, and it's essentially just an account that posts blurbs about, like, horrific true crime stories, or, like, just horrific things that have happened, I guess. I'm sick, and I like tragedy, I don't know, fucking sue me. And one of them recently was about this woman who I'm trying to remember the full story. It was a couple weeks ago I saw it. She was skydiving into, like, a jungle or some woods or something as a protest, like, they were trying to protest loggers, something like that, I don't know. And I'm trying to remember. She didn't take her own chute, she took someone else's parachute, like a friend of hers, because she was worried about hers getting destroyed or lost or being identified, something like that about her parachute, and she ended up fucking dying. Like, they have footage of her just jumping out of a plane and then I watched it, it's disgusting. Crashing into the ground because the pull cord on her parachute was on her shoulder and the pull cord on her friend's parachute was on her thigh, and she didn't know. So she just never pulled the cord. Wild. Please know where your pull cord is. Fucking wild. I know. It was crazy. Yeah, he'll be strapped to another person. That's what I thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, your first 2 times you strap with someone. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Morbid facts, dude. They're sick, but I find them very interesting. I don't know, it's disgusting. Good morning, knives. I mean, 2 times it feels like I don't know. You'd still have to pay someone to take you up on a plane and shit. Most states have laws that you have to have so many tandem jumps in before you can solo jump. Okay, cool. Why you always pack your own chute? I mean, it's crazy that it was what a yeah, weird, fucking scary. Good morning, Vex. How are you? I know this the bu and then, of course, another Tom Cardy, Beautiful Mind. This one's really good too. I'm going off the remake of Point Break with parachutes. Ugh. That's dark. That's scary. I would like to do that someday, though. Skydive? It seems fucking cool. Where my parents live in Washington State, it's, like, north of Seattle, and it's massive farmlands everywhere, just, like, cornfields for fucking days, and there are constantly skydivers, parachuters, and, what are they called? Hot air balloons everywhere. I mean, if it's nice weather out, you can almost guarantee you'll see either skydivers or you'll see, hot air balloons out there all the time. I mean, people do this kinda shit regularly. It can't be too there can't be that many accidents, right? My pull cord is always rerouted to my crotch area, but you have to pull it. That's only fun if you get someone else to pull it. I'm loading a bowl. I know, I'm fucking excited for your rod. I mean, what brought about this? Like, what is this challenge proving? For lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? There's something in my eye. Every day, I swear to God, I finished my makeup an hour ago and I walk around and I'm totally fine. I sit down, something in my eye every day. What's funny is the original Fast and Furious and Point Break are the same film. Vex, it's all about family. Duh. Good morning, Zintek. I hope you're doing well, honeybean. It means I always know where it is. Rub it against my dick. True. What if you pulled your dick and then died, though? Dude, rage. I've worn one of those similar harness. I went zip lining when I was in Mexico. I went zip lining, and you have to wear like a similar harness, because you're basically like hung up and zip lining in the trees. And without a dick and balls, it was really uncomfortable. I don't even know what it's like if you have shit down there. Like, I felt like I was developing balls by the way it was squeezing my nonsense. If the harness, oh my God, Cass, have you skydived? I don't know, Vex. I'm just curious where it came from because the whole reason he's doing this is his therapist challenged him. So I was just curious, like, where did the challenge come from? Like, were you like, yeah, I had a cup of coffee today, and your therapist was like, you should skydive? I'm just curious. I'm all about it. I'm in full support. Just curious. Oh, clarification. You need to have logged 25 jumps and a license and certification before you can dive alone. Good. I mean, it's a pretty crazy thing to think about. Like, we go up in the sky and just jump out of a fucking plane. Like, it is pretty wild when you just, like, break it down to, there's a dad joke like that I was told ages ago. And it's like, goes something along the lines of, like, some aliens land on a ski hill and see two skiers coming down the hill, and the two skiers stop and talk to the aliens, and the aliens are like, we've just landed on Earth. What are you doing here? And the skiers are like, fuck, how do we explain this? Essentially, we tie these boards to our feet and we go to the top of the mountain and we try to make it to the bottom alive. And the aliens like look at each other, get back in their spaceship to leave. And the skiers are like, wait, wait, wait. We have more questions. Where are you going? And the aliens say, we're off in search of intelligent life. Humans do a lot of stupid shit. What is in my eyeball? I'm going to lose my mind. It's a good one, right? I was told that years ago, and I apply it to a lot of things. The movie was Cutaway. No shit. Hold on. Good fucking searching. Yep. Oh my God. With the Baldwin. Wow. Wow. That's a memory dig right there. Why would I jump out of a perfectly good plane? I mean, I want to skydive. I'm just genuinely curious. My mother-in-law jumped out of a plane a few years ago just to fucking do it before, as she said, she could never try it again. She had a blast. Awesome. See, I don't know if I'd become a skydiver, but why not do it at least once? If it's safe and I'm not gonna die. Animals, I've watched so many videos of animals sliding down slopes or like, making a game out of a hill or something. Yeah, it's just fun. The challenge sounds like something brought up in regards to fear and doing something you've never done before. That's kind of what I'm thinking it is. Like going out and maybe doing something scary by yourself. I think it's something like that because even if you had a partner to go with, your partner would not be strapped to you. I feel like skydiving is one of those things that's a very singular experience. Yeah, I would think the same. I'm not scared of falling. It's the sudden stop at the bottom. Yeah. I mean, and there are people who I don't want to like scare Rod. There are people who go skydiving and like their parachute goes off and everything totally fine, but when they land, they'll break their ankles and shit because they don't know how to land. Like, how you kind of have to do like a running land thing, or they'll just land hard and then flop on their face, and the parachute keeps pulling them across the ground. I'm laughing because it's funny. And I'm uncomfortable. But yeah, people will break their legs and shit landing after everything's gone totally fine because they just don't know how to land. I get a rush from going to craft fairs. Bless you. I get a rush from farmers markets. I totally get that. 100% get you. 100%. Yeah, that's me too, Cass. I would never in my wildest dreams want to bungee jump. Like, not only am I really tall and long, I have an existential fear of, like, whipping back up and smacking into whatever the fuck the bungee jump is tied to, but it just doesn't seem very fun. Like, all fear and danger aside, just strapping yourself to a cord and then bouncing under a bridge does not seem very fun to me. I don't know. It seems weird. Actually, Rod sent me a video recently that was God, I don't even know how to describe it. It was essentially they had someone on like tied to a bungee cord that was tied to a helicopter, and they had that person like strapped to a bridge or something, and the helicopter started flying away and tightening the cord, and then they would just let go of the person, and that person launched the fuck towards the helicopter. Like, what if they launched towards the blades? Why? I don't know. What is in my eyeball? Skydiving and other dangerous things like that are just microdosing death. Yeah, kind of. Maybe that's why I like that shit, because I've already microdosed death too many times. Tiger. Shut up. Stop autoplaying. You're spoiling it. Ugh. It literally sounded bad. It looked bad. I just don't know. How many times do you watch the American Werewolf in Paris remake? Only twice. Maybe. Dennis Rodman has legit been in some of my favorite movies. Double Team Simon Says. He was like a prolific actor back in the day. Yeah. That was like during the time he was dating Madonna, I think. I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, thrill seeking. I get thrill seeking, but that doesn't seem fun. And all I could picture was that slingshotted bungee cord going straight up into the blades, and that person just. I don't know. I don't know. People are crazy. People do weird. I understand. Like I get it, but there's certain extremes that I feel like wouldn't give me the adrenaline hit I'm looking for. I would literally just be fearful. Like, I always think of I don't remember which Mission Impossible it is, but it's one of the Mission Impossible movies where it opens up with him free climbing. If you guys are unfamiliar with free climbing, it's like rock climbing, but you have no tether. You just hang off fucking ledges, I guess. 2, was that 2? Wow, I saw that in theaters. Now I feel old. Yeah, that scares the shit. Like it just seems stupid. Why does it exist? Kind of thing. Can you imagine Mission Impossible 23? We'll get there if fuckface lasts long enough. We'll get to 23 probably. Maybe. Going crazy. It's probably just a hair, but I swear I can't with it. It's like the videos I see of extreme spelunking, yeah, where they're wedging themselves deeper and deeper. I can't. No. I've watched those where people I think like it's called spelunking no matter what. Like if you drop down into deep dark caves and then crawl around, it's spelunking. I think, right? I'm pretty sure what I was watching was spelunking because he was in the deep dark caves. But there are people who like they get a rush out of trying to wedge themselves through these super narrow gaps and rocks, and they'll have their camera on them, and they're just sitting there for an hour doing this, and they get through. But I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do if you don't? Do you just die there? Do you just? I've seen Descent. I don't know. I've seen those and they give me so much anxiety. I don't understand why. Why? I love climbing. Like I'm the first person to climb a tree, but what the fuck? You just die there. Yeah, you're just stuck. You just die. I mean, honestly, like imagine if you were doing that shimmy thing and you had to shit and you shit and suddenly you could shimmy through. Like the shit was the only thing keeping you from not shimmying through. I'm gonna smoke some pot. My brain's going too fast today. Cheers. Right? Mogren's like the fuck. Fuck the miracle of life. Fuck sex ed. Show people Final Destination. Ugh, that was a big hit. Oops. Good morning. Oh. Yep. Whoops. Good morning, Dread. I hope you're doing well. I mean, good morning, October. How are you? John Edward Jones, who got caught in a oh my god, in a nutty putty cave. Shut up. Nutty putty is that actual name? In 2009, died upside down with his fam up above. Shut up. So, like, what we're theorizing happening literally happened. Is that nightmare? I don't know, dude. Being like he just laid there and died? I gotta look it up. John Edward Jones. Hold on. The Nutty Putty Cave. It's literally called the Nutty Putty Cave. Wow. That is wow. That's insane. Literally, what? Wow. He was a fucking medical student. I'm just like glancing at the article. Tragedy struck in Nutty Putty Cave in Utah, US, when experienced spelunker and medical student John Edward Jones was left stranded upside down for more than 24 hours. Jones went on what would be his last adventure on Thanksgiving on the 24th of November 2009 when this incident happened. The 26-year-old ventured inside the cave with his pals. They soon split into two groups, with Jones heading off with his brother Josh to an area dubbed the Birth Canal. Unmapped cave, blah blah blah. The dad, he was a dad. He was a 26-year-old medical student dad. Like, Jesus Christ. The dad of one's fatal mistake was believing he could fit through the quote unquote birth canal. Despite being able to wiggle forward using his hips, fingers, and stomach, he soon realized he was stuck. This is that shit. Oh my God. Inching forward was Jones' only option, and to do so, he exhaled the air from his lungs so he could maneuver through the L-shaped pinpoint, which was only 10 inches across and reached a height of 18 inches. What the fuck? It's actually kind of scary. Um, I was just I Unfortunately, each time Jones breathed, his chest expanded. It further wedged him inside the tight space with no chance of escape. Josh had no choice but to leave his brother behind and crawl to the surface to call for help. Jones slid further down and remained trapped with his arms pinned underneath his chest. Wow. Despite enlisting the help of power tools and a pulley system, the attempts to rescue Jones failed and he tragically died in the cave, where his body still remains more than 10 years after the tragedy. Following his death, the location where his body remained was declared a hazard and was filled in with concrete. He was trapped upside down for more than 24 hours before the pressure and stress on his body led him to struggling to breathe before becoming unresponsive. Wow. Never, ever in my life will I willingly go spelunking. Hard same glut. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's a spirit. Absolutely. He's a spirit that scares kids away from spelunking. That's literally nightmare shit. Yeah, that is wild. Fuck that cave shit. Amen, hard yeah. I would rather jump into the open ocean, and that's saying a lot for me. That is worst nightmare. Worst fucking nightmares. Jesus Christ. Wow. I mean, I that's the kind of shit that I'm like, what if that happened? It happened. Fucking Christ, dude. Life is about exploring, but I like life is also about exploring safely so you can continue to explore, right? You can't explore anymore if you do the bad explore. I'm all about exploring. I take a lot of risks in my life, but damn. 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 Yeah, he's absolutely a spirit. Thinking about risk and stuff, Smarter Every Day posted an hour-long talk he had before some important space people, basically asking them why they've chosen a complicated architecture for Artemis. Kind of ballsy. What do you mean a complicated architecture for it? What makes it complicated, I guess. See, I don't know anything about I'm so space dumb. Well, yeah, 138 hours. It was 30 hours. I mean, that's a lot. That feels not fast to me, but it's faster than 138. Dude, what up, Doc? How are you? Oh, yeah, Raven, that's insane. I'd never heard that before, but that's literally like that's the I would never. It's one thing to walk into a cool bat cave, see some like awesome stalactites or something with a tour guide group that's safe. I would do something like that, but dropping into a spelunking cave, that's squeezing through shit. Absolutely not. I know. Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. See a guy spelunking and suffocating in the ground. Oh, the way they planned. Oh, and he like explains it. The Byford dolphin disaster. That's where I mean, I don't know if I know the story, but where I draw the line in trauma stories is I can't read shit about animals getting hurt. I It's so sick and I'm well aware of it. I can read about people dying all day, but animals, like I couldn't watch Blackfish. I can't get through it. It just destroys my soul. Is it like killing dolphins or do dolphins massacre people? Yeah, send in a fucking robot, exactly. You can see exactly what's going on down there with a robot. I think they get off on getting through, like, the holes or whatever. Ooh, Vex. Fuck yeah. He just raises some questions. I like listening to people talk like that. I just don't understand most of it. Isn't there a company still planning a one-way trip to Mars and there's people who have signed up? I've heard about that for years and years and years and years, literally since I was in high school. There was people that would, like, apply to this to be the first people. I have no idea, honestly. What up, Reasonable? I salute you, bitch. How are you? Viata, good morning. I've only been awake for 25 minutes and I've had two extremely frustrating phone. I just took such a big hit that I'm like super fucking high if you'd like to join us. Reminds me of a story my dad told me. They were pouring the concrete for a bank vault. That's metal. And the truck, oh god, and the truck backed up too far, knocking a person into the concrete with the truck on top of them. By the time the truck got out of the concrete, he was already almost fully cured. All they could do was give him morphine. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. What a fucking way to go. Jesus Christ. Wow. That is metal shit. Oh, it's about an oil rig? Oh, okay. No, I'd never heard of that before. Hold on. Whenever I hear about dolphins, there's people in the world who like mass kill dolphins and stuff, and I just can't. I know it's happening. I hate it. I'd love to stop it. I just can't read about it. It fucking fucks me up. Oh, Kel. Boo. Everybody unload your best traumatic death story, except me, right? Is Pat here? Except Pat. Some of us need to shut up. Byford Dolphin Byford. Dolphin incident. It looks scary. What happened? There's even a whole Reddit post on it. I just got an off I just got off a client call. You ever, as you get closer to vacation, just get more done with everything regarding work? Yes. It's like a form of senioritis, you know? Let's watch this cute tiger and bleach our brains. Well, hold on. Let me read the oil rig, then we're gonna watch the tiger and bleach our brains. So this is the article on whatever this dolphin thing is. The dolphin, what is it? The Byford dolphin decompression accident. I'm scared. Diving bell accident on the 5th of November in 1983 at 4 a.m. Remember. Bad joke, probably. This is terrible, right? People died. I'm so sorry. While drilling in the Frigg gas field in the Norwegian sector of the North Sea, 4 divers were in a decompression chamber system attached by a trunk, a short passage to a diving bell on the rig, being assisted by 2 dive tenders. The 4 divers were Edwin Coward, what an interesting name, Roy Lucas, Bjorn, last name Katie's American brain cannot do. Oh no, that's a middle name? I don't know. Bjorn Truls Hellevik. Hellevik was about to close the door between the chamber system and the trunk when the chamber explosively, oh my god, explosively decompressed from a pressure of 9 atmospheres to 1 atmosphere in a fraction of a second. Oh my god. Having a good time. We're having a great time. One of the tenders, 32-year-old William Crammond of Great Britain, and all 4 of the divers were killed instantly. The other tender, Saunders, was severely injured. Shut up. Someone survived! What? I don't want to. I mean, at least it was fast, to be honest. Like, if I'm gonna go, I'd rather it be quick. I guess there's a bright, right? It's like a shitty silver lining, like a super tarnished silver lining. Like, at least it's fast, I guess? I don't man. Wow. Big wow. Oh my god. My brother and sister went on a long trip and saw the results of a bicyclist meeting a Mack truck. The bicyclist was still partially alive, stuck in the grill with 0 chance of survival. Jesus Christ. I'd I I wouldn't wanna survive that. Part of the Smarter Everyday talk, he mentions how some Apollo astronauts took a picture around a model of the capsule with prayer hands. Wait. He mentions how some Apollo astronauts took a picture around a model of the capsule with prayer hands before they burned inside. Damn. It'd be painless. That's what I'm thinking too. The decompression, like at least it's, you know, damn. Wow. I'm never going to do that. Really? Oh my God, Vex. They did it as a joke because they knew things were moving too fast, but no one said anything. That reminds me so much of that creepy surgeon show I watched recently. Like literally almost exactly the same. I don't know if I was talking about it on Sunday, I think, but there's a new It's really fucked up, honestly. It's probably was the hardest, like, true crime documentary I've ever watched. The hardest for me personally to watch. It's still haunting me, and I watched it, like, days ago. But the more you watch, the more you realize that everyone involved in implanting these plastic airways into people were fully aware that they were completely non-functional. The surgeries never went right. Like, they had hours of footage, like video footage of all these people being like, "It's put in wrong, it's bad, blah, blah, blah." And the narrator says literally what you feel. It's like watching people walk like lambs to the slaughter because they all knew they weren't gonna, but they all knew. Like, they're talking about it out loud. It's so gross. Kel, boo! I'm applying to my boss's job, which would be a 60K a year. That'd be nice, but I have no idea if I'm even in the running. And I'm looking around at jobs, but everybody's still paying 40K max. I mean, it never hurts to apply, right? It never hurts to apply. And then if you don't get it this time, next time you apply, they know you want it. They'll have eyes on you. Like, you'll be in the running at least. You know what I mean? It never ever hurts to apply. One of the best pieces of advice I was ever given is even when you have a job, like, just keep applying to jobs because A, it keeps you in the practice of, like, making a resume and being interviewing, even if you have no plans to take it, but it keeps you out there and keeps you in people's minds. The doc was called, I believe it was called, like, Bad Surgeon. I can't ever remember the first part, but the second part, it was like something colon, love under the knife. Because it's mostly, I mean, literally the story is like busted by his fiance. I don't want to spoil it if you want to watch the documentary, but there's a lot of footage of because he was so narcissistic, he like had film crews following him so he could make a documentary on this weird windpipe he allegedly invented, whatever. There's footage of him like talking to parents and playing with their baby. And you learn that he is full fucking aware that he's gonna kill that baby. And he's playing with him, and the vast majority of people he did the surgery on weren't in dire need. Like, they weren't gonna die without this airway. It's just the kids stuff really fucks with me. I'm really haunted by that a lot. It's hard to watch. I mean, I worked in medicine for a very long time. That's why I say if it's hard for me to watch, like, just be careful with your own sense. Like, be careful with your soul if you go forth and watch it. It's rough. It's so rough, Mongrels. Honestly, like, if stuff like that bugs you, I wouldn't watch it. It's so fucked. Like, he's just and it's like, it's not he's a I mean, he's like you've probably known I've known someone like this in my life. Ages ago, I don't have anyone in my life like that today, thank fuck. But, there's a type of person where they can never admit wrong, and they just like, he claims he's a surgeon. He is a surgeon. He's like a licensed surgeon and shit, but he claims he's like a special doctor for presidents and the Pope and all this stuff. And then when his fiance tries to call him out, he claims he's part of the CIA. Like, she has all this evidence laid out, and he just keeps going. Have you ever known someone like that? I don't know if narcissist is the word for it, but it's some like they will I've known some I mean, literally, I was in high school and a friend of mine was dating a dude who was like 18 and we lived, you guys know, I've talked about this. I grew up in bumfuck nowhere, less than 1,500 people in that half of the state. And he would like strap a fucking handgun because he said that, gangs were coming for him. And my friend was so impressed with him. And I was like, are you kidding me? But, like, I didn't say shit because he had a fucking gun and he scared the crap out of me. But I've known people like that where they create fantastical nonsense. It's very George Santos. Very George Santos. No shit. And it's crazy. The documentary's crazy. It's crazy. And I think he got 2 years in jail. Like, that's it. And he just murdered. It's just crazy. Imagine George Santos has Imagine George Santos. Has he been kicked out yet? I watched my dad beat colorectal cancer. I can read, I swear to God. Cancer and then be killed by an unqualified general surgeon attempting to do a bowel resection. Not okay. Thanks, VA. Sadly, I've known the vulnerable version of that type of narc. Instead of grand claims, it was lies about their fantastical victimhood. I've watched so many true crime stories where people do that. Like people that turn out to be murderers when they're kids. It's like they want trauma or something, or they want the attention. And so, like, a friend will be like, I need to confide in you. So and so sexually harassed me. And they will go home and tell their parents that so and so sexually harassed them. Like, they'll just start adopting trauma. It's wild. Like, it's like a compulsive lying kind of thing. I don't know if it has. I've got the DSM back there. We could dig through it, but it's got to have something in it. It's wild. Did he get yeeted? He finally got yeeted. Okay, cool, good. He has been voted off the island. His torch is put out. Thank fuck. A covert narcissist. This was a whole docu on Boogie. I didn't watch it. That fucker started lurking around my Twitch 5 or 6 years ago. Would raid me. Not my thing. No. Nope. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. That's the scariest episode of fucking Doctor Who ever. Yeah. I mean, not boogied as far as many other people have been boogied, but like, I feel like I was already in the game for a good amount of time that I had a good sense of like, oh, this is just someone who is rating me randomly or wants to be a friend or like maybe wants to develop a Twitch relationship versus, you know? I knew this was a while ago. I knew nothing about him and I just got that like creep, creep, like creep bumps. Creep bumps all over. I don't know. He gave me bad vibes from day one and I just stay away from that shit. But he has been popping up on like random Twitter shit lately. Even though I don't follow him on anything, I think he's being suggested. He must be in the news again for something stupid. Yeah, I mean, migrants, I think a lot of us as we grow older, a lot of just like wisdom, it's just like learning to listen to your gut. It's just learning to listen to your gut and stop ignoring your stomach feel. Like, when your mom forces you to hug your drunkle, don't ignore that feeling in your stomach that says don't hug the drunkle. I know, God, the songs are on point today. Did you see it mostly? Is it sad? I mean, as far as I know, he's a very sad character in general. He's just kind of sad. That sucks. But he's like a billionaire, so I have like such little pity. He makes so much money off of being pathetic. You know? He zoomed out of there. Did he really? Oh God, that's great. I used to hate high school when the 20 and 30-year-old dudes would start pulling high school girls. Oh yeah. Disgusting. The quintessential people that don't leave town when they graduate high school and they just continue going to high school parties. What's that movie with Alright, alright, alright. I'm really bad at names. It's terrible. It's not just because I'm high. I just never remember any names of anything. But he has that stupid line in it. I love high school girls because as I get older, they all stay the same age or whatever. Dazed and confused. Older I get, they say the same age. Yuck! Vex is in my mind. You pulled it out in the correct way. Yes, that's the one. I always think of that because there is. I mean, I remember it so clearly when I was in high school. I was like, oh my God, these like 20-year-old boys, they want to come to our parties. They think we're so hot and cool. No, they're pedophiles. They're pedophiles. It's just fucking creepy. And they would like, like covertly date 15-year-olds, but they were like, homecoming king in their day. So all the parents were like, oh my God, he's such a lovely boy. Yuck. No one likes high school girls. High school girls don't even like high school girls. It's a great movie. I mean, he is a creep. I mean, he's a creep. It's not like they're playing him off like he's not a creep, right? I always got the creep vibe from him in the movie. Are they trying to play it like he's cool? Because I got the vibe that he's creepy. What up, Mayo? Good morning. No shits. He's supposedly broke now. I have a hard time believing that. That's the code phrase when your friend is dating a narc. Don't hug the drunkle. I repeat, do not hug the drunkle. The drunkle, back away. Amen on that. Being the high school quarterback is the best days of their lives because they're not smart, not talented, not actually popular. Is it I remember being in high school and like, having no friends and feeling so alone and just being like, this is my life. Like I don't fit in anywhere. The world wasn't I'm not the puzzle piece. And then when you get out of high school, you're like, oh shit. I was actually at the advantage. Like these people peaking at 16 are fucked. And it was true. Like I'm here to confirm. They didn't do anything. They still live in my hometown of 1,500 people. They still go to high school parties. She's so creepy. My little Victorian child. Where's your brother? Oh, he's behind me. There he is. There's my little void boy. What are you guys up to? Are you sleeping? I don't know. We just hanging out, Bob. Dude, Raven, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings that prime sub. To everyone else, don't forget your prime subs. Every time you forget a prime sub, Jeff Bezos gets $5 bills shoved up his greasy ass G string. And that's just not right. He does nothing for society. You don't have to use it here, but please, for fuck's sake, utilize it. Thank you so much. Welcome to my TED Talk. Those are my poodles. They're too smart. Mother, I often like to ask her what it was like to die of tuberculosis in 1800s. Theory, what up? How? Oh my god, I just realized the music was dead. We were gonna watch. Oh, we needed brain bleach. That's what we were doing. I think my dog might need to shit. Did they just unplug my shit? That guy's like, try it. I dare you. I know, Viana. I do the same. That's why I'm like, I remember way back in the day when I first started streaming. Every once in a while, something would happen and my computer would make that noise, and I didn't realize that stream could hear it. And people in chat would be like, "Oh my god, was that my computer? Did your computer do it? I can't figure out what's wrong." And I was like, "Oh, it's me, Mario. It's me, Mario." Katie, it was me. It was me. Okay, let's take a break real quick. I'm gonna shit my poodles because they're stalking me. I have a blue sky. It's just I don't have a very large following over there, so I feel like using it more than Twitter is disadvantageous because a lot of people still depend on Twitter for live notifications. But I don't know. I have one. I finally got it. I just don't use it. Okay, BRB. I gotta pee. Stand up, stretch your legs, load a bowl, do what you need to do. I'll be right the fuck back. You know what? Fuck that song. I'm just kidding. I would never. But I need brain bleach. I apologize for the break being a little long. One of the dogs tracked just one huge shit into the house. I couldn't even find the shit in the yard because I pick up the shit like every day. But I walked in the house and there was just one huge, like, and there nothing on their feet or anything. I have no fucking idea where it came from. I washed their feet with a little wet pad. Disgusting. So I'm sorry. I just had to clean dog shit. What the fuck? YouTube, do not. Sorry, the player went weird. It was a super shitty situation. I know. I just don't. That was the thing. I freaked out because I was like, oh, fuck. Did they jump on my bed and track shit all over? Like, how far did it go? Just one shit spot. Great. Robo, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking anus swings. Well, I almost thought it was Zeke because he was outside when I found it. but I don't know. Um, this song and music. I know. I know. I know. I know. Oh my god, it just kept going. Yeah, it's that video is just that's one of those moments where I'm like, I don't know if I want to be them or on them or yes. But yeah, they're fit as fuck. Like they're obviously skinny, like they have very little body fat, but you look at those thighs and shit, and the lighting they're using is the kind of lighting that like a person like me fears. A person like me who doesn't have rock hard thighs fears that lighting. You know what I'm saying? Like that lighting and that kind of saturation is specifically to exaggerate curves and bumps and lumps, which were all muscle. I mean, those girls are solid, dude. They would crush you. The answer is yes, exactly. That's the kind of stuff that makes me think I should exercise. Man, roller skating and shit is actually a really, really good exercise. It's just honestly, Florida, you might be able to if you were open to roller skating. I love roller skating, but it's hard where I live because it's everything's like this. So there's never like just a chill roller skating moment. It's always like either you're going 50 miles down a hill or like sweating your balls off going up a hill. I wish I lived somewhere with a flatter area to actually just like casually skateboard or something. You know, it's not always a fucking workout. Post production consisted of stitching together a total of 4 shots to look continuous. No shit. The roller skaters featured in the video are Candace Hayden, April Corley, and Appaloosa McGlynn? Appaloosa? Appaloosa. Isn't that a type of horse? I feel like that's a kind of horse. Appaloosa. An Appaloosa is a spotted horse, isn't it? And a name. Oh, it's spelt different. Those mountains are the Appalachias or Appalachias, but an Appaloosa spelt with 2 O's instead of a U is a spotted horse. I was a horse girl until one stepped on my face. But look, it literally brings up Appaloosa, the chick. And I Googled horse. That's hilarious. It does bring her up. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I wasn't off track. Not 100%. Oh my God, don't Final Destination that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not worth not being able to walk. Dude, skates are fucking fun. I don't think there's anything. Why did they go away? Like, what happened to? Was it just because skateboarding became really cool? She looks thoroughbred. Hey, fucking men. I mean, the muscles. The muscles. BDO, thank you for joining us for beautiful, respectfully beautiful bodies. I'm all about that shit. Man, I listened to a podcast yesterday that was like the story of fuck, I already forgot her name. Batgirl, what's her name? Clueless, Cher, her real name. Oh my god. I hate my brain so much. I just listened to a whole thing about her. Anyways, she was only like six. She became known as like the Aerosmith girl. If you're old enough, you probably Alicia Silverstone. Thank you, Alicia Silverstone. Yep, she became like the Aerosmith girl. I didn't know she was literally 15, 16 when she made that video. All those videos, like dry humping a 20-year-old man on a bike. I don't know why that made me think of it, but fucking creepy. That's when it's not respectful and it's really gross. That's where I was thinking. Whereas these are women. You know what I'm saying? I know. Alicia Silverstone, she was like the girl in a ton of Aerosmith music videos back in the day. She was like became known as the Aerosmith girl. And we're back to the days and confused. Yeah. And he like his daughter was only 16 in one of the videos. It's so weird being an adult and looking back on that because being a 16-year-old when it's happening and you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. I wish I could look sexy in a music video. And looking at it when you're 35, knowing that band was in their mid 30s when they created the video and like everybody else was probably my age. It's just like, man, where did they not see how creepy this is? Like, where really? Oh my God, hold on. One moment, Mayo. I got you, boo. Is it crying? Yeah. I think so. She was actually in a movie that a lot of these music videos are like kind of based on, where this girl like becomes really a young like 14-year-old girl becomes obsessed with an older man and like stalks him and shit. And it was based Blast from the Past. That was a really good one too. The whole story's based on like the director, producer, writer. I never know the names of the people. An actual story that happened with them. It's so creepy. It was she had I mean, child stars, dude. Child stars. That's what it was. It was like a podcast based on like child stars of like the 90s and 80s and how they're still alive today and how it's kind of a miracle. And another one was Drew Barrymore. I had no idea. I knew she had a fucked up childhood. I knew she was on drugs at a really young age. I had no idea the extent of the abuse she experienced as a child. Like Jesus fucking Christ. Steve Tyler seems kind of douchey. He just I don't know if douchey, probably because he's famous and rich and that tends to be something that happens. He strikes me as someone who's just super out of touch. Or like one of those people who like is super artistic to the point where they get out of touch. Like, I don't mind if you take a picture of my 14-year-old daughter half nude. It's art, but like, there's art and then there's a line we need to draw, right? I feel like he's like, but never, I don't even know if he was in touch before he was famous. Kind of like a spacey kind of person who would like philosophically talk about shit and people just be like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? He strikes me as that. I don't know. No shit. The one that played her friend, Dion, is a major conservative mouthpiece now. Oh my God, she is. Wasn't she like in the Trump administration or something? Or some part of it? Yeah, she's a nut now. Like she's a fucking nut. Oh my God, Robo, what is this? This is the only Christmas music I support. Don't autoplay. Oh my God, I'm really excited for this, Robo. I'm sorry, I just clicked it. I spaced out. Wow. Yes, Erican, thank you. There's art, and then there's Woody Allen. Boom. I could not have said it better myself. Like, yeah. And I just feel like some people are like artsy and rich and kind of weird, so they get away with that shit. Oh my God. Blast from the Past was a really good movie. I don't know why, like, it's just not talked about or really. I thought it was good, though. It was a good concept. Whoa, Ronan Farrow is Woody's son? What the fuck? Biologically? Oh, did I, David? Where the fuck was? Do you want to repost it? I don't even think it's in. Oh, wait. Nope, I did miss. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope. Missed. Roman Polanski et al. Yeah. 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 Ronan, wow. That kind of fucks me up. Correct me if I'm wrong, he did that dance scene. She managed to last a little longer and other stuff than some of the others. She did. And I think she actually got a little bit healthier looking. Like she didn't look as thin anymore when she did the Playboy stuff. I read today that neuroscience proves happy people are less intelligent. What the fuck is happy though? If you're like existentially permanently happy all the time, I feel like maybe you have damage. No one has one emotion 24/7. That's crazy. I forgot to grab a water. There it is. Thirsty. Exactly, C Town. Like when the fuck? Yeah, there's so many problems with that. Yeah. Charisma Carpenter is a cool name, honestly, if that's her cool name. Right? Doom Patrol is such a good show, and that's another one I feel like flew under the radar and nobody talks about and no one's watched. Doom Patrol is phenomenal. I mean, it has its ups and downs. There's no perfect show, but for the whole, all overall whole of the show, it's so good. Why did Alicia Silverstone start getting typecast into roles like the dangerous young teenager thing? No shit. She tells a story about how she still has this picture somewhere in her house, but her dad apparently like took pictures of her at the age of like 13, I think, in a bikini, like on a fur rug. to take them to a studio to try to get her jobs. Like, she was one of those child stars where her parents wanted to make money off of her, and that just set her on, like, a path of being overtly sexualized at a super, super young age. She talks about it, and she says she still has the photo in her house, and sometimes she pulls it out and looks at it. Like, this one photo of her super fucking young, and she says her dad never assaulted her or anything physically, but, like, that itself is, like, that's must we point it out. Yeah, and she never felt comfortable, she regrets it, she looks back at it now and feels gross about it, like, they showed an interview of her going on some late night show, I can't remember, and the whole time that the host is just, like, super awkwardly making these weird side-eye glances and giggles at the audience over the fact that she's only 16 and the person on the bike with her is 20 at the time of the video recording, and she's just sitting there in this oversized black jacket, and she looks like she's gonna vomit. I mean, it was really uncomfortable. 6 Feet Under was pretty great. Right, Jane. Danny the Street's phenomenal, though. I really wish we would. I want to know, like, has Danny always been a street? Like, I don't know. Danny the Street was great. Least favorite character, the professor's daughter. I just can't with her pathetic little high voice and her invisible friends. Oh my god! Just go already. Fuck. Sorry, watch Doom Patrol. It's great. New video. This is new, right? Hold on. Robo, give me a video. This was literally posted 4 days ago. Y'all know how I feel about Christmas music. It's overplayed. It's overdone. I'm not a huge fan. However, I'm in full support of this. This is Feliz Navidad metal cover by Leo Morel, Leapfrog Studios. And it's been a personal goal of mine, and I've almost gone 2 years now without hearing that Mariah song. It's not a terrible song. It was just way overplayed. It's way overutilized. It's got to go for a bit. And I said, like, I desperately do not want him to cover that, but now I'm kind of like, maybe. Just because he'd make it fucking awesome, but I'm not committed. I feel like he can make anything good. Like, he really does put a really just he knows how to fill out a good song with metal. I don't know what the fuck that what you would call that. You spelled never wrong, Mayo. I know. Did we have a release date? Now we're gonna have to have a listening party. You know what? I'll have to dig out. So what I normally do, I've done it since I moved here. Actually, I have a fake tree because I live in the desert where there are no trees, especially no pine trees. So we have a fake tree, but I make a Halloween tree every year, and we usually like spend a whole stream. I put the tree together and then stretch out all the weird metal branches, and then we put spider webs all over it and spiders, because that's what we do. But that could be a really good day for the listening party for that entire album. That would be really fun. I'd be down. I would be down. This eye that felt like something was in it is now just watering. Great. Great. Wait, toss who a note? Oh, to do that song? Dude, he'd never listen to my comment would be lost so fast. He's way too popular for that kind of shit. Oh, wait, I wanted to read your gog. I wanted to read your gag for cocky. Is this what you posted earlier? I read it while we were listening to that. Is this the same thing? You're my gog. We're calling it a gog now, Katie. I need to set up the gag for cocky we do with each other every year. Instead of Elf on a Shelf, we do Brock with no cock. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Okay, that's good. That's acceptable. That's fucking great. I've got it's a naked blood-covered Brock Samson. We hide around the house for each other to find. That's fucking hilarious. Hold on, I was trying to pull it up so we could look at it. This is, I mean. I might even be in support of hiding that around your children, because that would just be fucking, especially if they had no reference. Just a fucking bloody Brock. in the closet. That's what you get for being naughty. Side note, oh my god. I was just rewatching I've been rewatching Love, Death and Robots. And I watched the episode last night. I think it's called Not a Thing Stirred or whatever, but it's about the kids. It's the Christmas one where the kids go downstairs and it's like that super scary fleshy monster thing that like pukes presents out and it's like good. Fucking horrifying. What would it have done if we were bad? Gog me with a spoon, Mr. Henderson. Oh my god, I was listening to something the other day and someone was doing a terrible fake British accent and they kept saying, "Do you like my accent?" And I wanted to choke on myself. Back when Adult Swim did entertaining shit, are they still on? I know TIGTONE got canceled. Thank you, Jade. I'm currently crying it off for some reason. So my mom loves the holidays and she has 2 trees. My stepdad decided to randomly pick up a real tree. My mom already got rid of the lights and the tree stand for a real tree. Oh, fuck. Are they just gonna suspend it from the ceiling or something? Wait, he's actually holding the knife? No, that's great. That's amazing. No, that's great. McTaggart, what's up, dude? Right? I thought about that. I showered yesterday 'cause day off, and I had enough time to actually blow dry it and straighten it. I don't remember the last time I had my hair down. Like, it's so long. I think the last time I had my hair down, it was like here. I don't know. It just takes I hate doing it. I'm so lazy. Like, my hair is naturally curly, and frizzy and curly as fuck. And to get it to look like this, it's like an hour process of blow drying it with a round brush and then going through it with a fucking porcelain bristled brush that gets hot and then a straightener. And it's just exhausting. I don't know how people do this on a regular basis. I'm far too lazy for this lifestyle. I used to do this every single day. When I was in high school, I remember I would take a shower, wash the fuck out of my hair, blow dry the fuck out of it, and then run a straightening iron down it every day. I woke up at 5 in the morning to do my hair. Crazy. Fucking crazy. But honestly, most of the time when I wear it down, I do it for like I'll straighten it and then leave it for a week. But it's just to see how long it's gotten. And then I stick it the fuck up. I had a circumcision accident as a baby and had it surgically repaired. I need that. Wait, need what? Wait, what do you need? For your penis? I think cable TV still exists. It does in hotels. Wow, Aqua Teen Hunger Force is still on. That's actually amazing. She made him go out and get a new stand with lights for her. Good. My mom's not obsessed with Christmas, but she definitely loves it. And the house they live in right now has this I'm a bad judge of, height or length or whatever. It's tall fucking ceilings, like monstrously tall fucking ceilings. And one entire wall is just windows to look out over the lake or whatever. And my mom insists on getting a tree that reaches the ceiling every fucking year. And they go to a tree farm and they just walk around till they find the tallest fucking shit they can. Some Charlie Brown ass looking fuck. And a monster. They're so big. And I've asked before, I'm like, how long does it take to grow a tree like that? And you're just cutting that shit? I know, that show won't die, which is crazy. Like, what are they still doing? Isabel, it's the way to go. Honestly, my hair is so much healthier now that I'm lazy, quote unquote, with it than it's ever been in my entire life. Is shaving your I don't know, but to keep a shaved head, like you probably cut your hair 5 times more often than I do. Like I get my hair done once a year, no shit, usually around my birthday. If my mom asks, like insists on getting me something, I'm like, just some money to get my hair done. Cause it's so expensive. My hair is so thick that it takes hours. Like even when my hair was shorter, when my hair was like here, it still took like 3 to 4 hours to bleach and color. So they charge by the hour and it's just astronomically expensive. Um, but I remember that when I had not a pixie cut, Was it the pixie cut? I had a pixie cut. I think it wasn't the pixie cut. It was like when my hair like was really short on the sides and a little bit longer on the top. It was a type of pixie cut, I guess. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was short, but I remember like I noticed when it was grown out so much faster because the cut was like I don't know, like you're kind of the style you wear your hair is what's the word? It's determined by the cut, and once it starts to grow out, it doesn't lay right anymore, and it started getting weird, and I would just clip it back. Whereas the longer your hair is, the lazier you can get about it, and you're just like, I don't know. I don't know where that cut was or when it was. It was in there somewhere. Wherever the ends are just busting off, that's where. Wherever the damage is. Hold on. I had a couple videos you guys gave me, but I was looking for they've got a lot of head banging, quote unquote, shit on BTTV. I was adding one real quick. I found a good one. Please add. It's been weird today. Like when I try to add it to my channel, it won't add. I don't know. I was doing some this morning while I was in therapy. Literally, I was just bored. Oops. Patient 67, the little drummer boy metal Christmas cover. Is that a video that we should watch together? Claricia, someone gave me a tweet. I don't even know. I've got a lot of links up. I don't know who gave me what. Sometimes I think Twitch should just let sex content happen on a separate platform called Twitch Red or Twatch. Make bank to pay for regular unsexy Twitch and call it a day. I'm retweeting this. Twatch. That's just fucking Clara, dude. Twatch. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quote tweet. That's just. Twatch. It's what you watch. Trying to find the perfect gift for it. Sorry. I'm a gift snob. One moment. Oh, that's a good one. Well, yeah, no, that's good. It's time to twatch. That's fucking genius. And I'm dead. What's even having hair? Annoying. Tree farms are big business. They're big business in Washington State, honestly. My mom has a friend actually who runs a tree farm, and they're rich as fuck. I got my first real haircut since 2020 before TwitchCon. It was just mostly trimming the ends. How long are you going for? Resend it. Crispy, resend it. I don't know if I watched it, but I'd rather watch it again with you guys. I haven't disliked anything. Who's they? Who would pocket the money? Amazon. Twatch is phenomenal. I don't know if they would because what I've heard is Amazon is like as a company morally as a company, which is just crazy to even say out loud, against porn. Like they're one of the biggest drivers of that shit is Amazon. Right? Bez Belly, no shit. When I get off the freeway, like the exit to go to my parents' house, it's maybe 10 miles and I pass 4 tree farms. It's crazy how many tree farms are out there. Ooh, what's the string called? Oh, Rod, nice. Keep on keeping on. Best advice I ever heard that has proved right for me when I grew my hair fucking long as fuck was the way you treat this hair is the quality this hair will be. You know what I'm saying? That was really good advice. So I make sure to pay attention to that hair so then it grows strong and, strong so I can then bleach the fuck out of it and abuse it silly. Amazon has morals. I know. I don't. Yeah, it's just it doesn't. And so is PayPal apparently. Yes, again, PayPal as well. Yep, both of them. I know. I know. And there's bongs and shit on there. There's fucking adult sex. You can literally buy buttholes. They're against porn, but they allow titty streamers, just not the dirty dark skin. Never the dirty dark skin. If that were true, then why would they allow, like, 75% of the porn industry to use web hosting services? Because that's not a like, that's something that's not, like, on the front and people don't see. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. I don't know. What? I got banned from PayPal because they hate if people put notes in donations. What? What? It's called Sunday Driver? Ooh, I wanna write it down in case I ever see it. One moment. Where's my oh, there it is. Jesus. Everything's black. My notebook's black. My desk is black. Everything's black. It all just blends in. It's a terrible time. Oh, because it was dirty notes. I see what you're saying. I was like, why the fuck would they be weird about just notes in a donation? But if it's sexy time notes, yeah. Which is, y'all know how I feel about that shit. No shit, Sunday Driver's great. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but I'll keep an eye out. Sunday, like an ice cream sundae. Sunday. Strains. I like one of the strains I got a lot. The other one, it's not a bad strain. It just kind of like burns nasty, I guess. It burns hot. The vanilla, whatever. What was it called? Vanilla frosting. I feel like it's just got kind of a, I don't know, hot. It makes me cough. Whereas the other one I got is called Blue Mendo Kush. It's more of just chill, and I don't feel like I'm like gagging on myself. Imagine not being a hypocrite in 2023. Am I right, guys? Guys. I feel that. Hold on, let me see if this is a music video. No, it's not. It's just a song. It's a metal cover of Drummer Boy, though. Let me turn it down a little bit so we're not deaf. This is good. I ain't mad. Oh my god, knives. Thank you, Crispy. No. No. Okay, got it. This is sick. I'm impressed. Man, all music should be metalified. I don't hate this at all. Caryophyllene. I wonder if it some of the weed actually says those breakdowns. This one does not. Boo. Maybe I'll look it up. You're probably right though, because it's just something about it just makes me cough like crazy. Not a bad strain though. That song was dank, dude. Good find. I'm saving. Oh, I should make a different list for covers of Christmas music though, because we don't want that shit going off all year long. New playlist. Boom. I know. You know, me too. Metal can get too screamy for me. I don't mind some screaming, but when the entire fucking thing is just, oh, I lose it. I kind of I get lost in it. It's not very fun anymore. When you have to quarantine, absolutely. The reason I mean, I still kind of fucking love Christmas. Like, I have warm feelings about it and I have nostalgia for it and like the baking and family time and whatever and some of the movies, but like it just, you guys know, when you put it out in September, it's like it's done. It's done. So it's just overdone. I get fucking I'm like drowning in it. Yep, I tone it out too. I don't even realize it's happening anymore. But I love lyrics. Yeah, I like it. I like screaming or whatever you want to call it as a used as like an instrument in the song, but not the main focus. All this awesome metal has been helping to drown out the years of torture working at a mall where they only play the same playlist every day, 12 hours a day for 2 months. Jesus Christ. Did you at least get real music or was it like the dreaded Muzak? Was it Muzak? Was it like underpaid children singing the songs over a really terrible radio? Because I had to suffer that 7 years at Lowe's. That was pretty bad. Funny thing is, Sunday Driver doesn't make me cough. Well, I come closer to coughing up a lung with other strains, and I think that's what Frem's saying. Like, there's some strains who have a terpene profile that's probably like peppery or something that makes us just fucking cough, and it doesn't have anything to do with the potency. I never find it has anything to do with like the THC content or anything like that. It's not like high THC makes you cough more. It's usually the heat. Honestly, should be the only thing. I want to listen to this. Is it a video, Crispy? Hold on, I'll just look. Yes, it is. I have to write it down. Hold on. Is that the name Shangri-La Frontier? And you said it's on Crunchyroll. Now I have to go look it up. Damn it. That looks really cool. I'm gonna let you know a little secret. The only nickname I ever had in my life was Katie Buns because I had an obsession with the bunnies. It's amazing. Also, maybe because of a butt on my body. I don't know. Shangri hyphen law for those. I'll just put it up if you guys want to know the title too. I'm writing it down. It's so quiet now. I'm sorry about sitting with your silence. This one's for the ladies. But fellas, listen closely. You don't always have to fuck her hard. Sometimes it's not right to do. Okay, real music. I'm so sorry. The silence is deafening. I just wanted to write that down, and I can't think straight when music's on sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta chain her up and fucking give her some anal lube. Oh, good lord. Get the fuck. I have too many browsers. One moment. They're all taking over. It's becoming sentient in my world. What up, Gorg? I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. Just dropped my 8-year resub. Damn. 96 months. That's fucking amazing. Actually, Robo, we were talking about this on Sunday. I couldn't remember what year I got my sub button, but I remember the day, and I believe it's December 21st. It's either the 21st or the 23rd. I believe it was the 21st because there's no way I would be in a theater on the 23rd. I probably would have been with my family. The 21st, I was in the theater watching Rogue One. So someone in chat like Googled when Rogue One came out, and it was like, boom, smarts. And we figured it out. And I've already forgotten it. How many years it is? 7? 7, 8? No, it's 8. This December is 8, I think. 8? Was it 8? I don't, it's crazy. It's just so weird to think about. Because it's like, you make a casual, like, Twitch account to make some fucking friends to play ESO, and then you're 8 years later. Still going. Wolf, yeah, I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. Anxiety? Boo. In that 45 minutes, do you have any availability to, like, go outside and take a walk? Like, literally a 5-minute walk? That helps me at least a little bit sometimes. Playing Portal 2? Yes. absolutely. I would love to. Actually, I think I'm playing a game with Zach and some people this Friday. Oh, I have to double check. I'm pretty sure it's this Friday. That game he keeps playing. What is it called? I can't remember. Lethal Company. Lethal Company? Lethal Company. Yeah. He's been playing it nonstop and he asked if I would play with him and some people or something because he wants to see me play it. I honest to God have no idea what it is. I haven't watched yet. I don't know what the game is. I have no idea. But I have it now, so that'll be interesting. It is. It's the new hotness, and I'm not trying to be like a contrarian here, but every new hotness that's ever gone down, I just don't like. Like I can't even think of them anymore. The one that where you're like the little people, little cult, little people, and you look like a little ghost from Pac-Man or something, and you Fall Guys or whatever. Like I just don't get it. I've never got it. I don't know. I don't. I'm just broken. I think I don't get it. Me neither. It looks like a survival game. Looks like a survival something. I think I saw PAX playing it last week. Like I saw a thumbnail. Like a survival the forest or something. That's what it looks like, but I have no idea. It's just pure chaos. Great. Great. What am I doing next Monday? It's my day off. I don't know. Do I have anything to do next Monday? I don't know. That's too far away. Ask me in like 6 days. I love fun. I love fun, but those games I just don't understand them. Just don't understand them. Is it that day already? Is it the 11th? Wow. I still can't believe it's December. This year feels like the fastest year I've ever experienced. I don't know if it's because it's the post-COVID like shutdown year, the first year where it's not like another shutdown, but Jesus Christ. Wild. It's really baffling to me that it's December. It doesn't feel like Christmas. I don't feel like I had a Halloween. Maybe it's because I was sick. I literally had COVID for Halloween. Maybe it was that. It's so weird. The whole year just left. I don't know. Yeah. And I understand everybody tells me this, like, time moves faster as the older you get. Like, I get that. And I totally perceive of that as well. However, this last year just disappeared faster than anything. And I think the only thing I can come up with is because the years of like the COVID shutdowns and big shutdown, like time felt so slow and so weird and so unsure that once we had just a full year of no actual like chaotic shutdown, it was like, I mean, we're still on fire. Don't get me wrong. The fuse is going, Vex. We feel it. But yeah. Pat, don't flatter yourself. What is this? Mob Psycho? Mobs, the names of these. I'm not mad! Can't you see me smiling? We're having a great time. No, that looks awesome. I'm gonna wait. What was it called? It's just called. Is it Mob Psycho 100, or is it just Mob Psycho? Yeah. Okay. You guys give me good shit to watch, and you know I don't like lolly shit, so I'm not scared to watch shit you suggest to me. Mob Psycho 100. Okay. Thank you. Oops. I can write. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hold on. Did I see? I almost missed state towns. This one. Is this the one? I think this is the one Knives gave me. This is Kangen Ashura? I don't know if I said that right. I hope so. Kangen Ashura? It's another song. I believe. I believe in a thing called Satan. Really? Nice. American mouths are the worst, man. Worst accents, worst ability to speak any other language. Or accent just ruins all the things. Muscles and magic is real. Done my time. Oh my god, you're right. It's like, oh my god, hold on. I have to hear that corn song real quick just to get it out of my head because you're totally right. It's the bass line in it. I have to cleanse my soul of it, otherwise it won't go out of my head. Didn't this music video have, like, Angelina Jolie or some shit in it? That's weird, I think you're right. Yeah, it was a Tomb Raider movie, yeah. This part. That, right? Weird how weird just a bass yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, this is it. Wow. Good pull. Yeah. Weird. Yeah. Wow, you're right. I love Korn. I was a big fan. I've seen them live a lot. I've seen them more than most other bands. They just put on a really good show, to be honest. You know what's weird? I've never seen a mosh pit at a Korn show. Huh. Yeah. Really, it's the, yeah, I mean, I've seen them twice at an amphitheater and once at, like but both of them had general admission, and I never saw a mosh pit. Like, people at the front would kinda be jumping up and down with their fists and shit, but it's majority, cargo shorts, black t-shirt, hands in pockets, the whole show. You know who you are, motherfuckers. But, no, I don't think I've ever seen because I don't know, maybe because their music, it does this kinda shit. It's not, like, continuously super hard. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw a mosh pit for them. I've seen a lot of mosh pits, but not for Korn. Interesting. Maybe they have them, just not where I went. I feel like it was hiding, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't think there was the thing is, it was in amphitheaters, right? Where they have general admission, but they have so much security around the stage. Like you asked if anyone crowd surfed or someone absolutely crowd surf, you wouldn't even probably see it because the moment they see someone come up, the security reaches in, grabs that person, and escorts them off the premises. Whereas if you're like, at the Soto in Seattle or something like that, it's more shit goes down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they're liable. It's all about liability. They're liable if that person gets molested or hurt or whatever. But I've literally seen mosh pits at that exact same amphitheater, just not for Corn. Like I saw Lamb of God there, and there was actually I have a picture of it somewhere, but I want the if you've been to it's the Auburn Amphitheater in Washington State. The general admission area is actually enormous. It's pretty fucking substantial, and I wanna say there was 3 different circle pits going at a time. I was up in the grass because 'cause I'm poor and can't afford that kinda ticket, but I could see it, and there was, like, one huge one, and it looked like tide pools in, like, the ocean or some shit. It was wild to look at, just one huge one and then 2 smaller. The White River Amphitheater. Yep, that one. White River. Yeah, it's a great amphitheater, but the general admission's pretty fucking big, and I do remember seeing those there, so maybe I just don't fucking know. Maybe Corn fans were just old. Maybe they used to mosh. But again, I saw them, like, 15 years ago. That would have been moshing era, right? Did we watch Zombieland Saga? I don't think we've heard that one yet. Hold on. No. It's fine. Don't worry. I know, right? I'm a Korn fan. I wouldn't mosh. My knees hurt, but maybe. A Morbin Korn concert. No. I was trying to think. The one time I've seen them twice at that amphitheater, and it was like it was Mayhem Fest. So it's a bunch of different metal bands. But I don't think, man, it's been a bit. They were only headlining at one time. I mean, there's like so the way that the Mayhem Fest goes is there's like I think it's 2 or 3 little stages that go on all day long with like smaller bands like Cannibal Corpse and shit like that. And then the big main stage, there's usually like 3 or 4 like major bands that play at the end of the night. One time they were headlining, but the other bands were like Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. But then the second time I saw him was with Lamb of God, and I just don't remember. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't looking. I don't know. I don't remember mosh pits there, but I definitely remember the Lamb of God ones. You've been to the Gorge in George? That shot from Woodstock 99 of the crowd jumping to Blind, dude. Blind still gets my fucking butt hairs on point, if you know what I mean. The beginning of that song, the thing. I don't know, man. Is there anything else that just gets you fucking ready to go? I was on the wall of a pit during Corn. There were 3 guys on the other side. The guys on the left and the right had their friend by each arm and throw him across the pit. Basically directly into me. He hit and I slid back 3 to 4 feet from the impact. Did you know them? What the fuck? See, Eliza, that might have been it too. See, it's so much. It's noticeable, right? When it's a fucking circle pit because it looks weird, especially if there's more than one and they're going in different directions. It's like a toilet from America and a toilet from Australia next to each other. Just doesn't make any sense. But like, maybe they were, and I just couldn't tell. Maybe it was like really mild moshing. The mosh pits, like I'm used to, are like circle pits or like violent pits. Oh my God, Viata, yes. All the kids I had here for Friendsgiving went home and watched Blue Eyed Samurai, and now they're all educated on peaches. It's a gentle moshing. Now we cream. It's hard to notice mosh, but yeah, it's probably not circular, which is, yeah, probably a good thing. I remember going to metal concerts when I was like in high school and early college down in Seattle, like the Soto or El Corazon, which is called something else now. And we were talking about this really recently because like the pits, like if you accidentally fall in a pit, I've accidentally got shoved into a pit before. I've never gotten like stuck or injured or anything like that. I swear to God, it's like 6 pairs of hands reach down out of nowhere and lift you above the sky and get you out. And there's always 1 or 2 people like with a closed, bruised, busted eye and blood everywhere. Like, are you okay? Like they know if you don't want to be in there. But every once in a while, you see that one fuck who rips their shirt off, goes to the middle of the pit, puts their arms out with fists, and just starts spinning. Like, that is stupid. Corzone's still there. Its name changed so many times I couldn't remember. Like, it was, tell me it was called something else at one time, right? I'm not crazy. Because I remember looking for it at one point and I couldn't find it, like, on Google Maps or something way back in the day, whatever the fuck existed, TripAdvisor or something. I couldn't find it because it was called something else for a bit. But I don't know. I think it just traded ownership. No shit, I was there for my first concert ever with my parents at, like, 11. I'm so jealous. Def Leppard? Oh, you caught the pic? Do you still have it? Oh my God, Eliza, that's gonna be fucking good. Where are you gonna see him? Are you seeing him, like, locally? It literally, the first time I never like, we had watched YouTube videos, and I had listened to YouTube people, like, concert bands playing, like, Zelda covers and stuff like that. I had no idea how fantastic that shit would be until I actually got to go see them. I can't remember what the band is called, but they are famous. They're like cellos or something, and they do Zelda covers that are fucking phenomenal. And they actually did a concert at TwitchCon one year, and we got to go, and it was sick. Like, fucking sick. Viata, breaths, deep breaths. Fan thyself, don't stay sweaty, you'll just get cold. Kimmel Center in Philadelphia, dude, that's gonna be so sick. That's gonna be amazing. I'm a little jelly. Oh, you saw Amber Lynn there? No shit. No shit. Your friend knew the guitar player? Lucky. I think the last time I went to El Corazon, it was Iced Earth and someone else. I want to say Dragon Force, but I feel like they're too big for a tiny. This was way like I was like 20 the last time I went there. Iced Earth and someone else kind of big. Wasn't Gojira. Huh. I don't remember. Shit. Iced Earth was dank though. One of the funniest pits I've been to was in Ensiferum open. Ensiferum for Battle Beast. I know Battle Beast. Peeps were running around with plastic swords. Shut up. That's amazing. No, that's incredible. Like hitting each other with foam swords. I mean, Bezabel, better than mine. My mom throws them away. Like all of my childhood possessions that I treasured, she just like would secretly take away one day and throw away. She'd be like, I didn't think you wanted it anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? Yes, way before the fuckery. I mean, it must have been. I think it was circa 2006. 18 years. I don't want to talk about it. Holy shit. Wow. No shit. My cousin got front row seats to Shinedown. She caught a drumstick. That is fucking cool. I don't think I've ever caught anything from a band, but I don't think a band's ever thrown anything in my audience. Also, I've never been rich enough to sit in those seats. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Bobo, my love, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Shinedown's pretty dank. I got to see them one time live. I saw them with Seether and Saliva, I think. And maybe I actually think Flyleaf was there as well. It was like a tiny little group of bands that went to the Soto in Seattle, I think. Or it was too, I don't know. It's been a while. I want to talk about it. I'm so sick. Wow. Wow. My time sucks a butt. Just so hard. It was the original Flyleaf. Original, because I saw them, yeah, 2005. Yeah, it was definitely the original band. I didn't even know they had a new singer for the longest fucking time. Did I get it, Rod? Hold on. Did I get it? Did I get it? Nope, I got it this. Nope, I did, and now I have it twice because I'm an idiot. With Haley. Who's Haley? Oh, like the original. Wait, like was Haley was the second singer, right? Or the first? I'm bad with names. I never even knew the singers looked so similar. It was really weird, honestly. I thought it was like a secret thing. Eliza, thank you so much for gifting us sub to Bina. Bina, use a bubbles for the highest order. Now you have a permanent permit for a whole 30 days. Literally for the rest of the year.
Oh my god, should we start rest of the year jokes or should I just go gargle some glass real quick? She's got jokes.
Hey. Oh no! So sorry. I am ashamed. Where's my shame bell? I know. I know. We were literally talking about that earlier today, Eliza. I know everybody always says, time goes by faster the older you get, and I completely realize that, and I feel that. But this last year truly feels faster than any year ever. And I don't know if it's the first year without COVID shutdowns or whatever. Like it's the first year I got COVID, ironically. But it's just gone. Just gone. Like I feel like I didn't get a Halloween. I don't know what the fuck happened. I know I was sick, but like it's just gone. I don't know what happened. Time went away. 2000, the year 2000 was 5 years ago, and 1990 was like 10 years ago, right? And if you were born in the 70s, You're turning 86 this year. I know, let that blow your mind. Millennial math. I know. I miss Halloween. I miss, like, just celebrating shit. I feel like I lost the ability to. Like, I lost the know-how to do something. Like, now I'm just in permanent COVID shutdown mode, I guess. Yeah, they pretty much expect they're gonna it's really sad, but from what I hear from, like, people still in the hospitals and from neuro and shit, um, COVID's basically gonna be like the flu. We're just gonna have to get a shot every year because there's so many people that can't and won't. So we're kinda just fucking stuck with it now. Yeah. Just like all the other respiratory shits that break out this time of year. Or just avoid humans. Yeah, I'm good with that one. If you're born in the 60s, you're already dead. Is Lacey the original? I just don't know the names. If it's I listened to Flyleaf a lot when it was the original singer. And then when newer music came out, I realized I didn't like it and I didn't know why. And I told that to Stream one time and Glut was like, it was a different singer. And I was like, what? We had a whole moment about it. I had no idea. Lacey was the original. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I listened to that. I don't know if it was the singer really, but like I just didn't like their newer music once they had a new singer. COVID fucking sucks, Knives. Do whatever you can fucking do. Seriously, it is so stupid. It is the stupidest stupid I have ever experienced in my life. So the sea colors just keep my corpse head on my corpse body. Yes. Literally. Haven't you ever seen Death Becomes Her? You know what happens. You have to be fragile. You have to be delicate with your dead body. Otherwise, it just doesn't go back, and then you just start to rot, and you have to spray paint your corpse with your plastic surgery boyfriend, who is Bruce Willis. So like, pro Bruce Willis boyfriend, con corpsey body rotting. I don't know. You pick. So did I. I got them right before going to Vegas, and then got COVID. But like what my mom said to me, as well as Neuro, was like, "You have no idea how bad and how much longer it would have lasted had you not had all those vaxes on board." I was like, "Okay, you right." You right. Okay, I have all these videos and they're buffering right now. I have to pee so fucking bad I can't sit still. So, well, how about like in her day, Goldie Hawn and or Meryl Streep? I do believe there may have been a beautiful maid as well. I don't know. You had choices. What about the lady with the necklace boobies? I am 86 years old. We have choices.
Burr. Oh, Satan. What's up?
This song is easily on like the vast majority of my playlists as well. Everlong is one of the best songs that's ever been played, ever been written, sang, whatever. But it's so weird. I swear to you, I hadn't heard it in ages because you guys know it's just my random ass big old fucking honkin' playlist that I add music to all the time. It's huge. So it can be all over the place. And we were talking about this song the other day. I think it was the charismatic voice posted like a reaction to Everlong, and it was like the first time ever hearing Everlong, and I was like, how the fuck can she be near my age and have never accidentally at least heard this fucking song? I don't know. I think we talked about it and my computer listened and now it's playing all the time. Yeah, but I mean, that's like saying, I'm a respiratory therapist. Like, your job does not dictate what the radio plays. I don't know. I feel like I've heard this song so many times on accident. I don't know. It just seems like it's like you would have to be in a hole, I guess, to like not accidentally hear it. Something's in my eye. It's driving me fucking crazy. That's probably it's just that which I understand and believe. It's just weird to even conceptualize to me. One, never having ever heard this song on accident or otherwise, but also like secluding yourself so fucking drastically to one genre would is my personal hell. That would be my literal hellscape. If someone sent me to, Guantanamo and they were like, "You get one genre." I'd be like, "Fucking shoot me. Just do it. I'd rather have silence. Fuck this." I'd go insane. Oh, dude, the phone app is always fucking delayed, and half the time the chat doesn't load. It's terrible. I was at the show for 4 songs and wait, wait. Wait, wait, wait. It was only 4 songs? 100%. I get it. I get being immersed in your passion. It's just like it's my ignorance, really. It's my ignorance that I would assume someone whose job is music means they love music, not just music, but that's just me. That's my ignorance. I couldn't do it. I would fucking go nuts. Opera's beautiful. I sang it for 12 years, still listened to other music. I would go fucking nuts. But like honestly, I'm a little jealous. I'd love to hear Everlong for the first time. That'd be great. What a cool moment that would be. Oh, no shit. She said she'd heard it before. I think she said even one of her students was doing it. Oh, so it was a clickbaity title then. I didn't watch the video. I haven't seen it yet. Um, it must have been just get people to click on it because it is. I mean, seriously, it's just there's a lot of music out there I don't like, but I definitely know the songs or recognize them because I've been subjected to them either working retail or listening to the radio or whatever. But it's just I can't conceptualize it. Like, I hope it makes her happy, I guess. It would make me miserable. That's all I'm saying. I'd go fucking nuts. It is. It's awesome. That's what I'm saying. It's really, really cool that she's, like, opening up her world and listening to new music. Because 'cause I've watched her cry a lot at, like, beautiful songs that I hold really dear to my heart, and it gets me real scared, like a song like Everlong. I get real nervous watching people like that react or whatever for the first time because 'cause I'm like, "I respect you, but this one little 20-minute video could fucking change our lives together, bitch. Let's go." I get nervous, and she loves music. She just never heard it before. Like, and if you love music, I mean, Everlong's one of those songs, it doesn't have to be your favorite song in the world, but it's gorgeous, and most people, kinda just acknowledge that. She does. She loves Tool. I watched her reaction to Tool. Yeah, it's really cool to watch her. Like, I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous because that's stuff that I've been listening to for so many years, I couldn't even tell you anymore. Yeah, I'm honestly a little bit jealous. It's just wild to even conceptualize it. Exactly, like, I love her. I love the charismatic voice. Please don't get me wrong when I say, like, I was like, "What the fuck? How did you not hear that?" I adore her, and when she puts a song out there like that, I'm like, "Oh god, please, 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 let's not break up today." Which performance of which one might of, which song? Which are we still talking Everlong? I haven't watched it. Should we watch it together? I have your guys' links up, but I could look it up. She pauses more than I do. It's the top hit. All I looked up was charismatic voice. It's literally the top hit. If you guys don't know who the charismatic voice is, though, she did thank you. Honestly, I'm not about spoilers, but I just could not handle if this woman whom I adore didn't love one of my favorite songs ever in the entire world. Honestly, McTaggart, ditto. I've never purposefully put on Nirvana. Like, no hate for Nirvana, just not a huge fan. I was never a very big fan. Foo Fighters, however, oh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Foo Fighters gets me, but same. No shade to anybody who loves Nirvana. Still a good band. All the respect. Just not my jam. It never has been. It's okay. I know a lot of the songs by heart just because growing up in Seattle, you fucking can't help it. Ollie wants a fucking cracker. Yeah, see, Kona, I like Nirvana more than Foo Fighters. It's to each their own, right? It's kinda like I feel like it's like the Maynard trifecta, I guess you would say, of, like, Tool, A Perfect Circle, and Pucifer. Like, anybody that likes Maynard would never put down any of the bands, but we all probably have a favorite. Like, just inherently. I listen to Pucifer probably more than any of them, but I grew up listening to Tool. It's the original. But I love Pucifer's kinda, like, goofiness. Yeah, the same. I get it. Nah, it wasn't my style. I've never really been into that hard grunge though. Like the definition of grunge was never really my jam as much as I was a little Pacific Northwester, you know. Me too. Might. I've seen them live. And I don't know how. They've just never ever been on tour and come to a place where I've currently been living. It's so annoying. I've never seen Foo Fighters live. They're one of my bucket list bands, and now I technically will never see the full band live. It drives me fucking crazy. Crazy. I feel like Cobain wasn't I mean, did I was real young. Let's be real. I was real young when they were like at the top of their game. Was Kurt given all the credit before he himself and or was murdered? Whatever happened. Nobody knows. Or was it I feel like he kinda became he was? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like it just like the documentaries and shit I've watched, it kind of feels like he became a big deal because he died and then became infamous because of that, but really, he was given all the credit, really? That's kind of a bummer because he had quite the dope band. I mean, come on, Dave Grohl, for fuck's sake. Everyone only ever talks about Cobain. Interesting. Me too. You know, I've had tickets to see Slipknot twice, Rod, and both times Corey Taylor has come down with fucking laryngitis or something or bronchitis. Both. And these tickets were like 20 years apart. And I love them. Never seen them. A lot of great bands I've seen, but I've never seen Slipknot, and I love them. I know. It's so one of the times I was in high school, and this I'm old-ish, so this was back in the day before anything. I don't even think we had cell phones yet. But the only reason I knew the concert was canceled, I was on my way to Spokane, and it was on the radio that the concert was canceled. So then I turned around and went home, and then the second time was in Seattle, and I don't know how I learned, but yeah, it was definitely canceled because he had something which is sad. Okay, I really wanna watch this because I feel like we've all just talked about this song a whole bunch, and we all appreciate Foo Fighters and Everlong. If you don't know who the charismatic voice is, she's phenomenal. She's so sweet. She reacts to music, but I've never seen her say anything mean, even if she doesn't like the music. Like, she's just a kind person, and I say on this shit. Shit I used to do in the hospital. So, if you've got a really strong gag reflex or if in general we agree we all have really strong gag reflexes. I myself don't. I used to do this for a job, however, and it does make me kind of nauseous to watch it because I've done it to myself and it's horrific. But essentially, they're going to take a scope, put it into this human person's nose, down through the back of their throat, into their airway passages to look at their vocal cords. Because if you went it through the mouth, it actually affects the vocal cords and how they move. So you got to go through the nose. It can be kinda gnarly. If it's like a half the video shows what the scope is showing in the throat, and half of it, like, half of this page shows her like, the medical professional shoving the scope up that person's nose. If you want, I can put my cam on top of that if that makes people uncomfortable. Yeah, black and honestly, this shit is my crack. I love this stuff, but I don't wanna make anyone uncomfortable. Right, my that's, like it's whatever, but if you have a really strong gag reflex I don't know if does he gag in this video at all? If we're do we just wanna say fuck it and y'all ready to puke if you're ready to puke? Cool, okay, that should be better then, right? From what I understand with gag reflexes, it's really hard for people, who have a strong gag reflex to watch someone gag. I rolled a 1, I rolled a 1.
Fuck.
Fuck it, get a bucket. Time to puke. Alright, so we put a camera down his throat. Oh, it's Will Ramos of Lorna Shore, no shit. In here. Fun facts. Past your epiglottis, you actually don't have the same kind of nerve endings you do on the rest of your body that have like the sensations for pain kind of stuff, your beyond the epiglottis, which is that like thing connected to the back of your tongue that like closes your airway when you swallow, et cetera, et cetera. Beyond that is mucous membrane, very similar to the inside of your mouth. But instead of having nerves that would signal pain, they are covered with hundreds of thousands of little tiny microscopic hairs called cilia. And those hairs function in multiple different ways. One of the ways is causing your bronchus to spasm in hopes of bringing up a foreign body, such as dust, a hair, pollen, etc., something that gets into your lungs that shouldn't be there that may or may not block an airway. But another way is to signal to your body, oh, we need a cough. Like, do it fucking now. We're dying. But it's all caused by these microscopic hairs. Now, caveat: if you smoke cigarettes, the tar in cigarettes and all the chemicals, something in them, actually paralyzes these tiny little hairs, and it can take 7 to 9 weeks for those little cilias to come back, which is why a lot of cigarette smokers will have like a terrible morning cough because while they're sleeping, those cilia kind of like start to like help. And they try to like start mobilizing, tar and shit up the throat. And so when you wake up in the morning, you wake up and go have a cigarette and you're like, calm down, little cilia, die, little bitch. And they're like, no, no, no. Crazy, right? So that's why she says it doesn't hurt. You may feel pressure, but there's never going to be actually pain. But unfortunately, it may cause some sort of bronchial reaction, such as a spasm or a cough or otherwise. But it's because of little cilias, which are wild. Crazy bitch. I do believe it's someone's fucking birthday today. A motherfucking certain Bissy's birthday today. Am I
Mistaken?
happy birthday, happy birthday? Ugh, my voice is so fucked, but I love you so much. This is your day to have a lot of fun or poke yourself with needles, do whatever the fuck you want, eat something delicious because you deserve it and you're perfect, and I love you. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. Ooh. I love you and I miss you. And my life would be extremely devoid of joy and happiness if you weren't in it. And I hope your day is beautiful. Have you been over inundated with a particular song about turning 30 yet today? Or it's your day. Thank you for the compliments. I feel like the one eye that's towards the camera all the time, I'm literally crying the makeup off. I've had something in my eye all day. This eye looks really cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. I tried my best. Oh my god, Vis, dude. I feel that's I maybe I'm oh my god, are we spirit crying? Is it your right eye that's weeping? Cuz I know fuck have had this eye has just been crying all day. Is it my soul crying for you because I miss you and need you in my life? Wait, Wally showed you like what? I don't know what you're talking about. What? I don't I know of not. I know nothing. I'm keefing. In retrospect, a bit too much. I love you. Don't do that part of the song. In the show, he actually follows up that song with like, "Don't actually kill yourself." And then he goes on to say something that's I still think about to this day. He's like, "No one's gonna kill themselves. I'm not gonna kill myself. Please don't go kill yourself." But like, if I could just not exist for like 9 months, I'd do it in a second. Just kind of have some months off. I love you, Vissy. I wish I was there, and I hope you're having a wonderful time. I know I was looking at your tattoos, and I'm so fucking jealous, but they look amazing, and I love them. And the picture of you on your puppy was amazing. 41 here. We can make it. We can do it. We've like sometimes like I truly it's such like a cliche saying, but the whole like you've survived everything up to this point thing. Like if you truly think about it, like you got it. Ooh, do you have a picture? Can we see it? No shit, Dread. How do you feel about that? Your grandpa's probably more apt to the Vietnam story than mine was. Mine was in it was a merchant marine, I think World War II. That's how I feel at this stage too. I saw a really good TikTok recently by a I don't know who it was, just some woman. It was a random one I came across, but she was saying like she just said some really poignant things about like how she's 40 something and she's like I didn't know what was happening at 20 and I had no idea at 30 and I have no idea at 45 and I don't think you have any idea ever and just stop like basing your success and happiness based on how much you figured out cuz you never figured it out. And it alleviated a lot of tension in my nipples. You know what I'm saying? Your dad was in Vietnam, no shit. I think you know what? I think my dad was old enough to be in Vietnam, but he was in college, so he got like a whatever, a pass from the draft because he was in education or whatever, or being educated. My dad was like 10 years older than my mom, though. And my mom had me late, honestly. The end of my 20s tried to kill me, so yeah, I get it. Dude, I mean, they just keep trying. I don't think your body ever stops trying, man. It never stops. Was stationed in Thailand? No shit. I'm always a late baby too, blackened. Hard same. My mom had, like, according to her, like, 12 miscarriages or something crazy like that trying to get pregnant with me. Didn't have me till she was, like, 36 or something. She tried, but damn. My dad was drafted into the Marines and was sent to Vietnam conflict. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's so fucked up. My dad draft dodged Vietnam. Honestly, I don't blame him. I was gonna say the same thing. I don't blame him. That was some fucked up shit. Fuck kissing her. You know what I mean. Jesus mouth. Teaching. Well, I want to see him scream first in this one. But it was important to pay attention to my girl. It's her fucking birthday. She left her 20s. 30 years ago. Your mother probably invented some awfully interesting curse words, trying to push your tiny, moist frame out her vagina. And theoretically, it was the last time your lips touched said vagina. Theoretically. All right, the last time your lips touched her guts. Good God. It was way gross. I mean, grosser? That's perspective. Way more visceral, you know what I'm saying? Like, who else got to kiss mommy's intestines? Ah, Jesus. Wow, Viata, that's fucked. I was born in Kirkland. Fuck all y'all and your Seattle nonsense. All you fucking pretentious Seattle-born bitch. Kirkland's pretty pretentious, I'm gonna be real. I'm trying to pull up this figure. Holy shit. Knives, that is sick. What is it called? What is it again? Hold on, there's gotta be a description. It's Unit 1G Arousal Phase Complete figure, whatever the fuck that is. Hold on, I want to show people. It's beautiful. It's a Godzilla figurine. It's fucking the color scheme. Why'd you get small? That's what she said. I beat the system. That is fucking sick. I don't know what's happening, but I dig it. I like he's kind of chonky. Look at that fucking skull. I don't know. The skull is sick. Like that beef of a skull. I don't know what to compare it to, but it's sick. How large is it? Like how tall? That is really real. Isn't that fucking sick? Okay. I literally just popped it open in that view alone. It's so detailed. Even the teeth and shit. That is metal. 5 inches tall. That is insane amounts of detail. That is really cool. I love that. I like that big meaty. It's almost like a bulldog head or like a pit bull skull or something. You were breaching umbilical cord around your neck? Jesus. You tried to take yourself out earlier than the rest of us. Congrats. I was I think I just my mom was in labor with me for 3 days. That was it. I think that's her only traumedy. Words are difficult. You know what I mean. That was it. Yeah. Words be hard. You knew what I meant. Yeah, my mom's only like I think she's like 5'6". And I don't think I was a giant baby. Moms in chat tell me if this is I mean every baby's huge, let's be honest. Pushing a baby out your vagina is insane. Congratulations, you're a superhero. Like period end of story. But I think I was 8 pounds 9 ounces. Is that like a monster? I don't know. She was literally in labor with me for 72 hours. Labor hydrate. I was due on the leap day and then born on March 3rd. Fucking no. I mean, I don't want cramps for 3 days, let alone labor. Fucking Christ. That's what I thought. I thought that was a pretty average size because I've heard of like I had friends who were born 12 pounds. 12 pounds. I read your mind. No, maybe I'm just getting good at hydrating. Maybe. 3 days, no shit, Vissy, same. Did she go in on her labor date or did she go into labor early? Just curious. Because my mom went in on her due date and then I didn't come out. And she was so pissed because I was born on a leap year and she wanted me to have that weird leap baby birthday that only comes around every 4 years. I was like, fuck you. She's like, you'd only be like, whatever you'd be now. I don't know. When I was younger, you'd only be 8 now. And I'm like, that's so fucked up. 8? You'd be 4. You'd only be 4 now. I'm like, that's so weird that you want that. Normal parents want their kids to be like out to go. Come back but go, you know? I was born the same day my family moved from Iowa to Ohio. Wow. Did they still move? Big is 9 pounds or bigger. That's what I would think. I mean, and baby length. I don't know. Most babies are around the same length, right? Unless they're like way overdue or way under, way preemie. I was nearly 10 pounds, had wrapped the umbilical cord around my neck and shit myself. Oh my God, you were a Mac baby. Disgusting. The grossest part is that you technically breathed all that. You didn't just shit yourself. Like, you straight up shit yourself and that shit. That shit. No shit. Mac babies. Fucking gnarly. It's kind of shit. I don't know. You can feel good or bad about it. My delivery nurse was the mother of a future close friend of mine. She was 6 months pregnant when I was delivered. She said I peed all over the doctor's the delivery room. Fuck yeah. Fucking A. Good job. Get it out. Get it out. I've actually never had a baby pee on me, which is crazy. When my aunt had my cousin, his head never went cone shaped during birth. It stayed round and tore her. Cool. That's really cool. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? How I have no interest in giving birth or having babies, but how doth one prevent said adventure? Cuz like what the fuck? Welp. Happy 420, but we're having a good time. Was that the origin of the episiotomy or what? Wait, 13 pounds? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot even read this out loud. I've read the whole thing over and over in my head. DJ, I love y'all Brits, your sense of humor. If this is even humor, this could just be straight up facts. Jesus. So my pops was 13 pounds and the second of 11 children. My granddad said my aunts and uncles that came after just tumbled out. Holy shit. There was a whoosh noise. No. No. There was a whoosh noise, and they had to catch them in flight. I was gonna say, like, did Grandpa have anything to say about the copulation? Ever hear a potato? Or like a nurse standing behind a soccer net, just like suited up in the hazmat suit. He kept hitting that despite the whoosh often, apparently. Damn. You were 9. Damn, you just make big babies. I mean, damn. Are you guys like on your due date? Or are you guys overdue? Or are you just big fucking babies? Cause damn. Shut up. When it ends up being like you threw a hot dog down a hallway, you just kind of give up. After 11, it was a Vienna sausage and a Colosseum. I mean, I've legit had patients who sneeze and give birth, and they claim they had no idea they were pregnant, or that you can't get pregnant because they were on top in gravity, etc., etc. Like, I've heard the ringer, but tumbled out has not been one of them. Or the whoosh. Holy crap. My eyes are so just Safi, my love, how are you? Oh man. I'm sorry, that just the mental images are just thump, the thump, the thump, the thump. Oh, got one. Shut up. I've never had a toilet baby. Shut up. My aunt had a neighbor that got up in the middle of the night to go pee, and a baby fell out of her into the toilet. 12? I've only ever known one other 12 baby. Jesus, my cousin's son was 12 pounds. She was induced 3 weeks early because he was so big. He's a vampire or a werewolf. I've seen this movie. When babies grow fast, that's black magic. Oh, it might be like Melisandre's demon. I'm just saying she might be in charge of a dark creature. Like double check these things. He's Hagrid. That's crazy. There's a lady for being prosecuted for miscarrying into a toilet. There's a few states trying to do that right now, saying miscarrying is something. Some stupid, dumbass definition of abortion. I don't fucking know what it is. My brother never left the womb, still there 30 years later. You know, I consider my big move across the country my severing of the umbilical cord. That's kind of how I describe it sometimes. I bet she was a little flushed. Jesus fucking Christ. Wait, an MTV series about thwomp babies? No, Melisandre, don't take the necklace off. I'm almost there. Or even better, hold on, I'm close. Yeah, Grandma, get crunchy for me. I have to. The Melisandre sent me over. It was time. I apologize. I apologize. I know Vissy went over to Zeke's stream too, and I had to run over there. I heard him say happy birthday, and I had to go haunt her again. 'Cause it's her birthday, her 30th, man, crazy. My little sister's was last year. Wild. I went to Disney World on my birthday, and my 30th, no shit, my 30th birthday, I literally that was, like, the epitome of my fucking mental breakdown. And the person, my ex bought me, like, took us to Disney World for my birthday, and it didn't I mean, obviously, I'd planned it way in advance before I fucking had a mental breakdown. Let me tell you, not even the happiest place in the world can fix you when you're that state. Go to the doctor. I couldn't taste Dole Whip. I couldn't taste fucking Dole Whip, my dudes. That's when you know. It was terrible. That was what, like, the worst thing about being super depressed was not tasting food. I couldn't even taste my favorite food in the entire world. It wasn't that I didn't wanna eat it. I lost a lot of weight because I couldn't. I couldn't taste it. Vissy! Okay, I wasn't sure if you were back in here to hear me say this or not, but if you're listening, I saw you apologize for derailing. Ma'am, my stream, my rules, and in my playbook, you's more important than any fucking video that exists. And your birthday is more important than any video that exists. There is no interrupting. I've been waiting to see you all day, and had I not seen you, I would have sent you or tweeted a very embarrassing video singing you a lot of happy birthday, even though we, whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? Videos are there forever. Bitch only turns 30 once. Fuck that shit. Better for it to happen at 30? Honestly, yeah. Like, I'm glad it happened at all because at least I went and saw a doctor. Dole Whip, it's like soft serve ice cream, but it's whipped, pineapple sherbet. I don't know how to describe it. It's fucking delicious. It's such a bizarre thing. Like, for the longest time, the only place you could even find it or get it was at a Disney related park or a Disney something. That was the only place you get it. Like, Dole had, like, a contract with Disney or something like that, and then now you can get it elsewhere. Like, they have Dole Whip elsewhere. It's so fucking good, though. Like, you can get it multiple versions. Most of the time what they do, though, is it's, like, the Dole the Dole Whip spiraled with, like, vanilla soft serve to take away some of the tang, but they also have, like, an orange version. I don't even know what they call it, and they have some other version now, too. They have, like, they have the pineapple, orange, and something, but they're really, really good. It's like I don't like sherbet, and it's probably one of the best things I've ever had. So I feel bad that I'm describing it like sherbet. I just don't know how else to describe it. It's whipped pineapple ecstasy. Well, that's where Dole is, right, Rod? Right, Rod? Rod, right? Right, Rod. I think it is. Yeah, it's Dole is sorry, for those that aren't in America and don't have 5 million brands for everything in the whole world, I forget. Dole is a brand that is well known for, like, canned fruit, canned pineapple specifically, like canned pineapple, and the Dole plantation is in Hawaii, and it's just like pineapple heaven. I remember when I went to Hawaii ages ago, you could get a pineapple for $1, like at Costco. It was crazy, or like 3 for $1. Pineapple is just like an absurd commodity over there, but they whip it up and turn it into this Dole Whip shit, and it's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, the whip, it's really good. It's really, like, light and fluffy. It's not I don't know. It's different than sherbet, I think, because 'cause I'm not a huge fan of sherbet. Sherbet to me always has a weird texture, like, kind of a crunchy, icy texture that isn't whereas Dole Whip is, like, super smooth and creamy somehow. Yeah, you have Dole in the Netherlands now, right? Yeah, it's definitely elsewhere at this point. When I was in Vegas, literally my hotel the hotel we were staying at had, like, a pool and a pool, like, bar, but you could also get food and shit, but they had, like, whipped drinks, and they had adult Dole Whip, which was basically like a giant glass of Dole Whip that they just poured rum on top of. It was delectable. Yeah, I forget too, Viana. Honestly, it's a good reminder. I completely forget that Dole is, like I forget that there's, especially with painkillers and stuff. When I say Aleve, I forget that there's a lot of places in the world where it's like, "Here's your paracetamol." No, we don't have 20 versions of it. It is. It was really, really good because it's just sweet enough that it, like, bites through that rum, and by the time, you have to it's kinda like eating a root beer float or something like that where you need a spoon and, like, kinda get the Dole Whip first and kinda eat through it, and then you start to drink it. The Dole starts to melt into the rum, and it was really fucking good. And I don't like alcohol at all. I don't drink. I'm not an alcohol fan, but when you're laying by a pool in Vegas, one must, get a Dole Whip. If you could find it, it was very good. Yep, there's the American version, and there's the rest of the world version. I've learned that in my older age that even, like, the same brands in other countries are oftentimes better because like, they have higher standards, and that brand will hold their quality of product to that higher standard for that country, but not for America because we don't hold them to it. So they'll just make 2 versions, one that's hella shitty and one that's not, which is just fucked up. I fucking hate that so much. Come on, America, be embarrassed. It's so weird, right? Evelyn, it's fucking confusing. It's so weird. Our chocolate. I mean, you can find decent chocolate in the US, but most of it's been imported, I find. Like, there's certain, like, brands and, like, hippie brands. It's dummy expensive, but I knew my little sister and my mom went on a tour of the Theo chocolate factory years and years and years ago, which is, like, South Seattle somewhere, and they learned about Hershey's and how it's, like, mostly wax and all this stuff, and they taught me all about it, but I didn't quite encompass, like, what true chocolate tastes like until I went to Germany and had, like, Bavarian fucking chocolate. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's just not. Hi, Revolt Con, I hope you're doing well, Honey Bean. I know, it looked a lot cooler at the beginning. I keep crying it off. I feel like it's been ruined, but thank you. Is it dummy thick? It's dummy fucking thick. It's like bark. They don't make small chocolate. I don't know if I've had Belgium chocolate. I had Norwegian chocolate recently. That was phenomenal. It was good fucking shit, Zelda. It was I mean, I went to like, we were in some little little Bavarian town in the Alps because as you do, and I saw, like, 5 different chocolate shops, and I was like, "Okay, it's gotta be a touristy thing, right? It has to be." And it was fancy looking fucking chocolate, shit that in the States would cost you just an arm and a leg and would be a gift to someone, like, "Here's some really expensive fancy chocolate. It's probably not any better than any other chocolate, but I spent a lot on it, so be grateful." And I stopped at one to get like little boxes of just fancy chocolates to bring home for people as souvenirs. And I am ashamed to inform you that I consumed all of it before I left the country. It was so good. And I mean, it was like an unhealthy amount of chocolate. But every night at the end of the day, at the end of like walking around and doing the thing, just like, climbing the fucking Alps at one point, I would lay in bed, and I knew that crinkly little plastic fucking bag was in I felt like a lady in the movie Chocolat with, like, her crinkly bag in church. I would, like, reach over my bed into my duffel and, like, crinkle, 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 in the dark, alone in my pillow. But it would just, like, melt. I mean, it's literally the most melty fucking, like, chocolatey chocolate that's not 100% dark chocolate. You know what I mean? It's like good milk chocolate, which I feel like that's the hardest to find in the US, is like good quality milk chocolate. We've got all the fucking 80% hippie ass cocoa chocolate that helps Panthers or something somewhere. But like, damn, that shit, chocolate is a weakness of mine, and I consumed it all. It was thank you for saying no crap. I mean, the people that I would bought think that I bought them for didn't know I bought them for them and do not know to this day. So like, was a crime committed? I don't know. That's neither here nor there. Try some chocolate from Germany. It's phenomenal. It was so good. I feel like half the time I travel, it's just for food. My mom got to live in Florence, no shit, when she was 17 to train to study an art. She said she gained like 5 pounds. My little sister actually got to live in Florence for a semester. I don't think it was a full year. I think it was just a semester, but she did like an abroad studies because she double majored in history and Latin. What a nerd. Cheers, by the way. Um, And she got saying I don't think she gained weight though. She said she walked so fucking much, but she literally ate her body weight in pizza constantly, she said. And I got to go there. And one of the weirdest things I notice, just an in general thing I noticed traveling the world, everywhere else in the world but America, when you order a pizza, it's for you. Like if I was like, we'll get a margarita pizza, they'd be like, okay. And then they'd look at the next person at the table and be like, what kind of pizza do you want? Whereas in America, it's like, share that shit, you fucking cows, and we get 7. I don't know, it's crazy. What is that? What's going on? Cheers. Vex, it's very true. No, you're totally right. That or like I feel like me and my sister kind of got an advantage growing up like on a farm where we produced a lot of our own food and like my family hunted and stuff. But 100%, yeah. Yeah. Netter, so are you talking about like in terms of like a good quality like burger and shake kind of place? It's super singular to what your tastes are. Like, what's your definition of like a perfect burger and shake and fries combo? Because for some people it's Shake Shack, for some people it's In and Out, for some people it's Five Guys. But it depends on like for me personally, just an example, the burger can really suck my butt. I'm there for the fries. Like the burger is an accoutrement. I want a good burger, but if the fries suck, I'm never coming back. And In and Out's fries, for instance, taste as if you use that cheese grinder thing at the pedicure place on Nana's feet and then like used some water and like packed it into shoelaces and then like boiled it. I couldn't even tell you what the burger was like 'cause I was high off my fucking gourd. Can I just tell you, I had just gone through a tea break. I was in California and smoked an entire like gram blunt to myself. I was so high that garbage should have tasted like heaven. Those fries are a sham. I don't know what went down, but I have never been back to In-N-Out. But again, it's what you like. For me, I'm a Five Guys person because you get your big, greasy, disgusting burger wrapped in tinfoil or whatever, and then they give you your fries, and then they just fill the bag with fries. And that's my priority. And they are greasy and crispy, but soft on the inside and kind of wiggly. And you get a good variety of like wiggly is crispy is tiny, like the whole variety of fry. I'm here for it. I like the textures, and the burger's dank, which helps. But it's all in what your preference, like what are you going for? Five Guys, I don't think has the best shake. I don't know who has the best shake. Probably a local joint. Like if I was in some tiny town in, middle of bumfuck nowhere, I'd find their local, you know, dive where truckers go. They probably have the best shake. And you're gonna get it like in a tall glass, but also with the metal, canister next to it. So really you get two shakes for the price of one. You know exactly what I'm talking about. No one does it anymore. What happened to that other half of my fucking shake? Culver's concrete mixers. There you go. Culver's makes a fucking, and they're a chain. There's something you can find multiple places. I've seen them all over the US. Their shakes are off the fucking, that's all I've actually had there is their shakes. Their shakes are really fucking good. Dairy Queen, it's not a lot of places. I love Dairy Queen, but I feel like I can't rely on saying go to Dairy Queen because there's a lot of places where they just don't exist anymore. It's really weird. Dairy Queen was my favorite fast food joint as a kid until I moved somewhere where they just didn't exist anymore. It makes me sad. I love their chicken strip basket. It was the shit. You got like toast and gravy. Oh my god. I don't know if everywhere did gravy. I did go up kind of close to Canada where gravy and fries are like synonymous, so it might have been a bleed over. Anybody else into that chicken basket? Did everywhere get gravy? I wouldn't say Dairy Queen has the best shake though. However, the what are they called? I haven't been to one in forever. I eat my frozen M&Ms. You guys know me. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but it's like the one with candy and shit and the blizzards. Those are dank. I've no one does anything better like that. Yeah, the blizzards, they're like rock hard. So they're not like melty and disgusting and they put a shit ton of stuff in them, dude. Yeah, the blizzards are awesome. I can't remember the last time I had one, but I know they're good. If they're still making them the same way, they're great. And I think they actually hand it to you out the drive-through window upside down to prove, like, how hard it is. You know what I'm talking about. Sturdy. Yeah, thick? Maybe thick. There's no appropriate word here. It just keeps getting worse. It is like an erect shake. They hand it to you upside down with a spoon sticking out to, like, show you that it's thick. Nate, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking A to swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, and I appreciate you. Now I need a shake. Thanks. Oh, but I couldn't find a good one near me. I'm checking out a local butcher. Dude, try a Culver's. Their shakes are really good. No shit, your DQ only had ice cream? I've never seen a DQ only have ice cream. Honestly, like, squeeze the burger, there's the lube. At Five Guys. Everything is so greasy, it's probably why it's so delicious. Wait, they got rid of the peanut buster parfait, now you can only get them on a popsicle stick? What is that? It got you sick? Mm. Dude! No shit, Moose? Gravy and fries, is that a thing? Because where I grew up, it was too, but I always assumed it was because we were close to Canada, and for Canada, it's like, it's a sniff from poutine, you know? In Minnesota, it feels like the Dairy Queens are everywhere, but winter is half the damn year here, so they're all closed for the season. Oh, no shit. I wonder how they stay afloat. The last one I saw, I think, did it was like a half Dairy Queen, half A&W, which is super weird because both of those restaurants are things that I just never see anywhere, which is crazy because I think they were on par price-wise with McDonald's, and I'd take Dairy Queen any day over McDonald's. Give me that chicken basket and a fucking dilly bar. Hell yeah. Rod, why don't you take a Prilosec when you eat it? I was Heath Bar Blizzard or Snickers. I like the frozen chewy caramel, which I know is terrible for your teeth. I shouldn't, but I liked it. Before I stopped working for the winter, I'd been hearing rumors that we're getting a Dunkin' Donuts and a Baskin Robbins. Oh my god. They're usually together, aren't they? They're like a combo thing that they kind of open up shops together. My DQ's year round too, but Colorado people are different. The thing is, DQ blizzards have to be made with a little curl, but if it gets blended up anyway, what do you mean the little curl? What's that? I don't know if I've ever had a burger there, honestly. But I always got that chicken basket, dude. It was I liked that it had all the little things, like the fries and the toast and the chicken, and you had all your little munchies. It's like children tapas, man. The peanut, it's on a stick though. I'm very curious to see this. Hold on. Come here, peanut butter parfait on a stick. Didn't you say it comes on a popsicle stick? It still shows the parfait. Oh, that's the original. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know what those are I mean, the parfait was fantastic. So is it kinda like a drumstick? Like, the drumstick kinda thing where it's like the layers, but on a stick? That's lame. That is not the same thing. They have cheese curds? Shut up. I haven't been to one in forever. Long story short, I went there and got a chicken sandwich. Next day, I felt sick as a dog, like cold sick. Ooh. Gross. I hope you didn't have fucking norovirus. I think there would be riots if DQ closed in Nebraska. Man, I mean, I don't remember the last time I was at one. I know we have one locally though. But they're like A&Ws and shit. I just don't see them anywhere. You see a Starbucks every 7 blocks and 3 McDonald's every 10 miles, but damn. DQ has an actual trademark on the little curl they put on the soft. Oh, that? No shit. I had no idea that's what you were talking about. The visual. What the fuck? I had no idea. That's so interesting. I doubt they can or do enforce it, but it's actually supposed to be on every served ice cream. Weird. What a weird thing to trademark, but sure, I guess. Huh. Cheers to you going to the crack dens. Well, I'm gonna pack a bowl and then I'm gonna cheers with you. Hello, Reek. How are you, love? I hope you're doing well. I had a milkshake yesterday. My stomach did not handle the dairy very well. I had some of the worst stomach cramps. And on top of, oh, dude, not to get too real, but I read a really funny meme months ago. I don't know, a while ago. And it was some chick talking about periods and stuff. And she was like, how come periods are like punctuated by just two enormous shits? And man, you poor dear. If I get a milkshake, I just get a really small one. I've learned. I don't think drinking over a certain amount of frozen dairy is really anyone's stomach can like cheer that shit on, you know? Like even those of us that aren't lactose intolerant, like I don't think I've ever felt great after drinking like that much dairy. Cheese on the other hand, I don't know. I might be in a coma and I might just not notice. Have a happy Are you having a happy period? Who in the fuck? That's easily one of the best stand-ups I've ever seen. Or stand-ups, whatever. Chunk of a stand-up, I guess you could call it. Really, Zelda? Boo. Are you like literally lactose intolerant? That fucking sucks. I don't think I had that. I just know I ate there and felt like shit the next day. I wanted to see if Eminem was in the back pit spit in my onion ring. I worked years of fast food and food service. I never once saw anyone actually fuck with someone's food. Ever on purpose. Like we would joke and we would kid about like if there was a mean customer, just be like, I could just fucking clip a finger. I never ever though. Like as much as we joked and as much as we got real dark with it, I never ever saw anyone fuck with someone's food. I don't know. That's crazy. I hope people that like that's actually like a legit crime, I think, to fuck with people's food, right? Have you really, Vissy? What did they do? Do I want to know? Will it ruin me? Cheers. I packed my bowl. Sorry. To those going to the crack den. Oh. Oh, this is the bar. Hold on. So now it's called a Buster Bar. Oh, come on, chat. Don't do the thing. Really? No. How do you feel about it? Because I feel a big no about that. Like a fuck no about that. It's not the same. I mean, half the reason you get a sundae is the melty ass fudge and eating it with a spoon and like getting a different bite every time you go in or getting the perfect bite every time you go in. It's not licking a stick of chocolate, in my opinion. But is it like hot and melty? How? I guess, are they making it like dilly bars? Do they like fresh dip it or some shit? Oh, yeah, I was talking about my recent break. It was weird. So that's what I like. The cold hot is kind of why I would get a sundae, I guess. If I was getting a sundae, the cold hot is a big thing for me. You get sympathy pains? That fucking sucks. Wait, fun fact. Try taking Peptid AC. What's Peptid AC? Is that just what it's called? If you have GI issues with food, on top of it being an antacid, it's an H2 blocker, which is an allergy receptor most ignore when having allergy symptoms. What? So wait, it stops you from realizing you're having an alert. Wait. What? I understand where you're going. I don't feel like you finished a thought or something, or I didn't finish it in my own head. Is it me? They fucked with the to-go drink, but what it like? Why? Why? That scares me. I try to be so nice, like, just in general because I believe people deserve, to be treated like human beings, but, like, the idea of someone fucking with my food because 'cause they're having a bad day is horrific. One time I did something gross, but not potentially dangerous to someone's room service delivery when I worked in a hotel. They made my best friend cry. What did you do, though? But now I'm curious. I don't think I think the farthest we ever went in terms of fucking with a customer is just taking extra long with their food if they were being really rude. Like, we would just, sit there and so gracefully fold their burrito while making very direct eye contact and, like, treat it like it was a newborn baby, like, swaddle that shit. Because you can't be mad at me for treating your food as preciously as you apparently need to be treated. But that's not fucking with someone's food, that's just kinda like psychological warfare. I'm a cilantro lover, but I understand there are some things in the world that I fucking hate that I would not go near. Like, I get it. There are things I wouldn't go near simply because of that. Like, whatever kills people to that kills me on some things too, but it's not cilantro. I've literally had salads that are mostly cilantro and less lettuce. It's disgusting. I have a problem. Cilantro tastes like soap and acts like soap in my digestive system. Would the Peptid AC thing work for me? I mean, if it tastes like soap, why would you want to eat it anyways? That's what I would hope, Fiata. That's my prayer. Cause like in my in my non worried about getting fired from a job soul, there are people out there that deserve a lot worse than having their food fucked with. In my humble opinion. Now, as a food service worker and a professional, I would never. But like, I hope no one's out there just doing that to just people. You know? Oh, the genetic, like you just literally, it's soap. Damn. Dude, and you like live in the haven of cilantro enhanced food, right? Fuck, dude, that sucks. Yeah. I mean, it's prolific here too, that's why I asked. It's like it's the parsley of this era is cilantro, it's on everything, and I feel terrible for people that don't like it. I can't believe I cannot imagine what it's like to get my big old delicious, like, fucking steak and egg and cheese and bacon come all over me wet burrito for it to taste like dish soap. You know what it I thought of a food that does something like that, avocado. I don't hate me, I'm the worst millennial, avocado. It's so strangely mushy, and it tastes to me the way stink bugs smell that, like, like, if you put mushed up guacamole in something for me, it's really hard. Like, it has tainted all the things. It's a texture, but also, like, a lot of the time, especially if it's put on something I notice it's always if the guacamole or the avocado product has been heated up. Which for a while there, for some reason, people were, like, deep frying avocado and putting it in things, or, like, I don't know if there still are, I don't go out, but it was, like, an appetizer, like, deep fried avocado sticks. If you've ever smelt a stink bug, that's what they smell like. I don't know what it is, but it ruins everything, like, it ruins my mouth for the rest of the day. Like, I'm done, I'm just gonna go home and have some fucking Chex cereal or, like, Raisin Bran Crunch. Yeah, it's the mush, and that's the thing, like, if it's raw and cold, never exposed to heat, and it's just, like, cubed with, like, tomatoes and onions and lime juice and stuff like they're gonna make guacamole, but they don't mush it, I'm here for it. I don't hate it. But the moment it's, like, baby food, stink bugs. It's just stink bugs. I don't know how and it's, like, the fucking toast food of my generation. I'm over here like, "Don't touch my toast with your stink bug mush, motherfucker. I will slay you. Toast is a perfect food. How dare you?" Yuck. I bit into a Chipotle burrito after they swore to me there was no cilantro. Liars. One bite, and I couldn't leave the bathroom for 3 days. And that's, like, I can't even fathom if I had a reaction to a food like that. Like, I'm just talking my mouth. I get the sads, you know? You made my food taste bad." I can't even imagine getting sick from it, for fuck's sake, my god. Oh my god, toast with, like, cinnamon sugar and butter. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That made my mouth water more than any of the conversations we've had today about literally any other food. Is that sick? Why is toast so phenomenal? Like, just smelling someone making toast, and you're like, "Fuck, I think I need some fucking lightly heated bread." It is, it's American fairy bread. You know, my nana used to feed us fairy bread when I was a kid. I never knew that was what it was called. She called it something else, and it was just like but it wasn't was it toasted? I don't think it was toasted. It was literally like Wonder Bread with butter and sprinkles on it. She had some other fucking word for it. But I was like, I would sneak cinnamon sugar on it. My grandpa actually taught me to do it. He's like, put cinnamon sugar on it. It's not bad. But I don't know what it is. Cinnamon and sugar is better. Sprinkles have no flavor. That's the thing. In my opinion, it's just like putting like undercooked rice on there or something. They don't have any flavor. They're there for like texture. You know what I'm saying? No Rammstein. What happened with wait. What happened? I'm reading up backwards. Shit. Oh, I've 100% done that with tortillas. I worked at a Taco Time for ages. I've experimented in all the ways you can experiment with tortillas. Literally, what you're describing, we used to sell called Crustos, but we would deep fry them. So, like, better, but horrific for you. Oh, yeah. We'd take them and, like, cut them into strips, long ass strips, and then deep fry the tortilla, and then we'd put it in this huge plastic bin and put a lid on it with like a cup of cinnamon sugar in there and just shake the fuck out of it while they were still hot and oily, so the sugar would like melt onto them and caramelize. We called them crustos. If you ever go to a taco time, see if they have crustos. It's so fucking they're so good. Like, I used to, if we had any leftovers at the end of the day, I'd bring them home to my little sister, and to this day she talks about crustos. They were phenomenal. Poop deck. Thank you for that resub, love. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing is sexier. Taco time. Well, if you're on the West Coast, I understand. I had to learn this the hard way when I went to college. There are two levels of taco time. There is chain taco time, which is probably what you've had. It's the West Coast of the West Coast version. So, like, the vast majority of taco times are chain taco times. And then there are franchise owned taco times where the owner gets to choose whatever their menu is. And the supplies are coming from all the same place. It's all just taco time trademark shit, but they get to choose. So we have a rotating menu. Most of our menu is like unique stuff. Like, for instance, at Taco Times in the Pacific Northwest, you will not find something called stuffed Mexi fries. If you have a taco time with stuffed Mexi fries, winner, winner, chicken dinner. You have franchise taco time. Lucky motherfucker, look for Crustos. Look for the crispy, crunchy, fucking deep fried bean burrito, the chicken fried burrito. So many things that are only at franchise taco times, but they're really few and far between because I guess it's harder to run. I guess. But stuffed Mexi fries were like these big fucking like circular, thick, like inch thick discs that were potato, but filled with cheddar cheese and little bits of jalapeno, deep fried. And they dipped in ranch were fucking orgasmic. But you will not find them at a West Coast one if it's chain, and it sucks. Like, I don't go to a taco time if I'm on the West Coast because it's most of the time it's going to be one of those chain ones. But there's one like in the middle, I think of Wyoming. I want to say they're super weird, but they're kind of sparsely scattered throughout the US. Every once in a while I'll see one. But I worked at one in high school, but I would put money down you will never ever ever go near the town I worked in ever. Because there's no reason to go there ever. It's the middle of bumfuck nowhere unless you are a trucker. Oh, Ellis Barrio did a new Rammstein thing? I thought Rammstein was accused of a bunch of rapey shit. I can't remember if it's Wyoming knives, honestly, but I know it's a town called Casper. It might honestly be Colorado, but Colorado's a huge state. Could be Montana. I know it's a town called Casper because I passed it on one of my drives across the country, and I've been tempted. I know they exist. Is it Wyoming? There you go. Casper, Wyoming, then. I know there's a Taco Time there, but I don't know if it's franchise or a chain. It's real weird. The Taco Times I see are just, like, in these bumfuck nowhere towns, which is great, and they're usually franchise owned, so they're good still. No shit. Ask him how Taco Time is. Ask him if it's good or not. I'm curious. Oh, you literally I thought you posted the link of Rammstein's new shit. You literally posted the link to his nonsense. Yeah, like, I'm not about going after someone because of just accusations, but I watched some shit and I listened to some shit and it was all like, ugh, questionably problematic, which sucks. It's a lot. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I'm not it's the end of our day. I ain't fucking about to start talking about all that shit. At this point of our day, we can have a day, but, like, it's very sad. I talked about this just recently, but, like, it sucks how many musical artists and otherwise that just keep being outed as fucking creeps. It's it's like I'm waiting for it at this point, like, where's the next one? You know what I mean? I hate it. They don't have Mexi fries? Like, at all? You're basically Taco Bell if you don't have Mexi fries. I'm so sorry. Vissy, it's almost we're waiting until it's Vissy's 420 because it's her fucking birthday. It's the least we can do. Those are the stuffed Mexi fries. BDO, shut up. Oh, that's them. My mouth. I haven't had them in like 20 years. I'm not kidding you. It's crazy. My family doesn't live in the town I grew up in anymore, so I have no reason to go there. I have not had those in so long. But man, fucking A, dude. I'm all packed and ready to go. I'm packed, my bull. I'm ready to burn. Yeah, but it sucks about Rammstein. It sucks about literally any music artist or etc. that is problematic and being found out for it. It sucks mainly because I hate that I was listening to and supporting this person when they were going about doing these things the entire time. Like, you know what I mean? It sucks. I hate it so much. I don't want to vet musicians before I enjoy their music, but fucking Christ. Really? And they're not bad? That's my honestly my only gripe with Taco Bell is they don't have a side other than those little cheesy potato things, which are delicious and I get them every time, but like, where's my Mexi fries? I want them. I need them. I love me a potato product. The crustos are dank. Depending on who's cooking them, they're dank. Really, they're just flour tortilla deep fried, and while they're hot and oily, fucking shaken in a giant bin with a ton of cinnamon sugar so it gets all caramelized and stuff. It's real good. It reminds me, I don't know if anyone else, mom or grandma did this when you were a kid, but if they're making a pie and they had extra crust, they would just like throw it on a cookie sheet and put cinnamon sugar on it and bake it real quick. And it was like a snack while you're in the kitchen. It reminds me very much of that. Same like buttery, really just like cinnamon sugary delicious flavor. They better have Mexi fries. Mexi fries are different than just normal tater tots. Mexi fries must have Taco Time salt on them. They live on the west side now, Bezabelli. It's weird. Yakima does? Yakima? I would have no reason to go to Yakima either. All of my family's on the west now. Near the bad Taco Times. Bastards. There's no such thing as a bad grilled cheese. I learned that, Dread. No shit. We used to have, like, especially in the wintertime, around the holidays, when I worked at the hospital, we would have nights where we would, like, everybody would plan to bring in an ingredient. And for instance, it would be like grilled cheese night. and 3 girls would girls I say girls, my entire unit was females, I'm not trying to be sexist. The girls I'm thinking of, 3 nurses would bring in big ol', like, griddles, and we'd plug them in into our little tiny break room and this circle table that was, like, this big, they'd be hanging off the edge, and then the rest of us would just bring in mystery ingredients, and then whenever we had downtime, we'd all pack back there and, like, experiment making grilled cheeses. It was incredible. With, like, all the breads, all the cheeses, all the weird things you could put on it. One of my favorites was, like, brie and jam. I feel crazy. Oh, it was delicious, Allie, and we just would make chop them up into little cubes so everybody got, like, a bite. So, we weren't, like, engorging ourselves to the point of being unfunctional to take care of our patients, it would be, like, cut it into squares so everybody had a chunk of it, and then be like, "If you love that one, like, make yourself more, obviously," but that's how we tasted all of them. Pumpernickel's dank when it's crispy and warm, though. Big fan of is it pumper no, rye. Rye is really, really big on in Maryland for some reason, I don't know why, they love rye bread. It's 6 minutes to 4:20, by the way. Oh my god, out of Hawaiian rolls. Do you put them in, like, a panini grill or something like that? Because I feel like they're really fluffy. How would you get the heat in the without, like I love rye, but I was a fan before. I was just grateful to have it everywhere when I moved there. I love rye bread. Rye bread's just phenomenal, honestly. It's bread with flavor. I feel like once I moved away from Maryland, I was like, "Okay, bread's just bread again." Like, it doesn't have any flavor anymore. Oh, air fryer. Ooh. I'd fuck that. Tallies, honestly, I believe that. One of the, like, strangest habits someone taught me as a child was make a grilled cheese if you don't have any tomato soup, which I was raised are, like, synonymous with each other, is to dip your grilled cheese in ketchup. Don't hate me, it's fucking delicious, but I that's probably better. What about sun-dried tomatoes? I wonder if that'd be too chewy, though. Maybe. I don't know. I know, don't I know. I know. I don't hate ketchup, but I am team get it away from my hot dog. Don't ruin my food. Don't ruin my food that way. I hate that. I cannot with that. Allie, think I mean, it's genuinely very tasty. Tomatoey, vinegary product with cheese and bread I mean, it's salt, fat, acid, boom. That's it, right? And heat. Apply. Perfection. Perfection. It's quite delicious, and I've done it many, many times if I don't have tomato soup. Like, I love me some tomato soup. I've never dipped it in marinara, but honestly, I'm not against that. I've had a pizza hoagie before. I have 4 minutes, but that might be the delay. Oh, to see Dragon Force? Shut up, Aquarion. Oh my god, you're gonna have such a fucking good time. I've seen them live once, and honestly, it's almost hard to believe that what's happening in between their hands and the instruments is happening. Seeing it live is just have you ever seen them? I shouldn't treat you like you've never seen them. Have you ever seen them? They're so good live. 3 minutes for me. I'm gonna look for someone cool to raid before I forget. No, you know what I mean. Not live? Oh my god, it's amazing. You're gonna have such a good time. They're incredible. They have a really, really good stage presence too. Like a lot of metal bands, and no shade on them, it's just they're uncomfortable on stage, personality, etc., etc. But a lot of them, they don't have the best stage personality, whatever. They aren't into putting on a show. These guys do. I guess is what I'm saying. No, it's not, Erican. Are you fucking with me? Boo! Are they okay? First and foremost, is it because of weather? Am I gonna get slammed with snow? What's happening? Boo! I hope they're okay. Nah, dude. Just make sure they're okay. Because that seems like something that's so random and so soon and so kind of out of nowhere. I just want to make sure everyone's okay and there's no, like, you know what I mean? Not that I can do anything, but, like, that's what's important. Sorry. That's really crazy. Not that I wouldn't believe you, but you are one to fuck. You know? We fuck. We fuck around. It happens. Ketchup's the capital of Canada, is it? You know, honestly, all dressed chips are better than ketchup chips. Is that a is do you hate me for that? Stage presence, kind of, yeah. Like, there's a lot of metal bands I've seen where it just kind of they don't talk to the audience and they just kinda, like, are on stage playing as if they're in the recording studio, which that's fine. I paid to see them live, I don't care. They owe me nothing in what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I to say? But it's cool to find a metal band that, like, really plays into it, you know? Like Gojira, for instance, they tend to headbang in unison together to the songs that have, like, really heavy, like, crunchy bass lines and stuff like that, and that shit just gets me. Sausage meat and your grilled cheese. Wait, what kind though? Like a sliced up sausage? Are we talking actual dick here? What up, Guinea? I hope you're doing well, honey bean. It's just a fact, right? All just chips are my favorite chip in the whole world. Then it goes salt and Vinny's, and then I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really interested in your chips if it's not those two things. I mean, obviously tortilla chips and salsa if available. Fritos. Fritos. Chili cheese Fritos. 1 minute or like 30 seconds till 420. The big hand is moving. I never know. I just wait till you guys say it's 420 and then I cheers, which is why the delay. But cheers whenever it happens, and I love you. I never know. My spirit dick. You know what's sad is I think that clip might be gone because of like the grand, you know, the big the purge of the clips, the clipping. I don't know what did we call it back. This was like a few years back now. It's super weird. Basically, when music labels came down and they're like, if we hear anything that belongs to us in any one of your pieces of content for the past 27 million years, we will come down on you, take everything you love, and bury you in concrete. And we were all like, oh, okay. And we had to delete everything. So I don't know. It probably exists somewhere obscure, but like I'm no famous motherfucker, so it's not like someone out there aimed to say my shit. It's I haven't seen it in ages. But it was great for what it was. I still stand by it fucking wholeheartedly. I mean, what could they do? Really? I don't know. There's a whole lot of us. In my opinion, if they started coming down on people for music, they'd really have to come down on people for listening to loud music that I can hear out of their cars. Because I didn't pay for that and I'm hearing it. I don't know. It just seems ridiculous, but also, can I afford to have my life taken away and have my butthole sued off of me? No, I cannot. Cheers, motherfuckers. Welcome, Bacon Bus. My name's Katie. Happy 420. Isn't this precious? It looks so gross. This was clean today. I swear to you. The camera lighting in here makes it look really yellow. It's great because like the bottom half inch of it is just solid glass, so it's super heavy. Really hard to knock over if you're an idiot who talks with their hands. It just kind of rolls. Oh, Twitch fails. Probably Twitch fails. I was on a lot of Twitch fails back in the day before people realized there's more than one nurse on the internet with gross stories. Welcome, Bacons. I hope you're doing well. My name's Katie. Thank you for the raid and welcome, Raiders. It's wonderful to see all of you. Bacon would kick the fucking ass. However, if breakfast sausage gets in the mix, I don't know what to do here. Like I have to pull a what's a neutral country? I have to pull a Switzerland, I guess. Like my death row meal both includes bacon and breakfast sausage, like well spiced breakfast sausage, hopefully made by some small farmer old man with an animal he butchered recently. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pork products. My parents raised pigs and I fucking hate them. They are assholes. I'm here for pork products. You can't make me choose. It's like choosing a favorite child. How dare you? Who would do such a thing? I thought we were friends. Nah. Dude, honestly, I'm one of those fucking weirdos that lets maple syrup touch everything on my plate. Hopefully not the eggs, but I ain't here to bitch about it. If I have a real maple syrup, I'd drink it. I have a weird fucking maple syrup thing. Breakfast food though, why is it so perfect? I can't explain the magic of the universe. You know what I mean? I'm just here to like suction lungs and shit. You upset Katie. Apologize in blood. Really though. We're waiting. Seriously. You know what it is? Maybe it's because I literally was raised on the border of Canada that we were like Canada light. Like we could snowmobile to the border and just be in Canada, where there's not border guards. It's just the country. Um, we were raised right there, which is why gravy with fries and shit like that is like I until I went to college, I thought that was normal. And then people were like, "Katie, gravy doesn't normally come with fries. Why do you always order that on the side?" Because I bitched about it costing extra, and I was like, "Oh, a." I know, I know. I literally, I remember calling home and asking like, Casey's Diner serves gravy with fries, right? Which is like the tiny ass little local diner, one of the 3 buildings in my hometown. And my mom was like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Cool. Yeah, it just comes with it in my town." It was a good time, but like it was just, the bleed over culture is strong. Maple everything. Like I didn't have fucking Buttersworth until I went to college to the fucking food hall and I was like, "What's this? Satan's snot?" Fucking it's I'm literally having a gag reflex thinking about it right now. Give me 1 second. That shit, man. And it's just because I'm a fucking snob raised on a pig farm with real sausage bacon that was labeled the names of our pigs. No shit. It'd be like Daisy bacon in the freezer. Fucking disgusting. I'm gonna vomit. And real maple syrup. And then you have that fake shit. Not drinkable. No. Vinegar on fries. It's on every single table ever. I don't know if I was ever taught to put it on fries, but like malt vinegar is just it's a side on every table. Like there's ketchup and malt vinegar, salt and pepper everywhere. Yeah. And this is like I literally like the northeastest corner of Washington state you can possibly get without being Canada or Idaho yet is where I spent most of my youthhood. Way the fuck up there in the middle of fuck balls nowhere. And honestly, it was easier to go to Canada if we wanted to go shopping than it was like drive to Spokane or something like that. Very weird. Very odd. But malt vinegar's the shit. Yeah. I love dude, I actually got really sick when I was a kid. Because culturally we just had malt vinegar and we had all sorts of vinegars. I didn't know that not all of them were malt vinegar as a child. And I don't know what I did. I must have tasted the vinegar or something and I thought it tasted so good that I just drank the whole bottle and then just projectile puked for the next 12 hours. I don't know if my mom ever figured out why I was puking. She just knew I was sick, but I knew. I knew. Don't do that. Nah. The smell of, like, some vinegars still kinda does that, like, lump shit where my body's like, "Not again. No." And I was like, 5. It does not taste like maple though, Dread. I've tried it. I've even done the blind taste test. It's not the same. Not even the same consistency. Like, it's thicker, like fucking Caro syrup or something that you cook with, or that you make caramel with or something, you know what I mean? It's like, nope. It doesn't like if you ever watch like if you do like pancakes and whatever your favorite morning, dessert pastry is with maple syrup and butter on it, Buttersworth doesn't like it stays separate from butter. Butter will actually start to separate into the separate butter fats and the butter solids and whatnot on top of Mrs. Buttersworth, which whereas normal maple syrup it like starts to melt together and become like one wonderful buttery syrup. Like chemicals though. I don't know what's happening there, but it's not normal. There's nothing normal about it. Just splurge for it. You need a lot less because it actually tastes good. It's incredible. Incredible. Glorious. I get that, Viata. I feel like I'm that way with my nose. I get made fun of a lot because I smell things no one else smells. I get a lot of shit for that, and I'm like, "I fucking smell X," and I will find it. Like, I've never smelled something that I don't eventually find the source of, but I guess I have some dummy sense of smell. Hello, my boy. I know you know what time it is. Balsamic vinegar is fucking great on some delicious crunchy bread. Mhm. Maple syrup takes a ton of sap to make. Glad we can just get the real stuff at the store. I'm very, very grateful for that. I've never lived anywhere where I can't get good maple syrup, thank fuck. Because I'm super, it's good versus whatever the fuck that other shit is. Maple syrup isn't quite the medical miracle, honey, but it's up there. It's fucking delicious. I don't know if maple syrup has like all the antibacterial properties and shit that honey does, but it sure does taste nice. And I ain't putting honey all over my pancakes. You know what I'm saying? Well, Viata, honestly, wouldn't it just enhance it? Like, if you ended up eating it, it wouldn't get better, it would probably get worse, so I understand that. Really, women on average have a sense of smell is 3 times more astute than a man's. I wonder why. I wonder why. Yeah, Miss Butterworth tastes bad. No offense, Miss Butterworth, you lovely, but no. It's literally high fructose corn syrup with a tiny bit of maple and other flavorings added. Yeah, that's why it's thick and weird. I'm cool. Like a chicken heart, don't This is like Fight Club. What's up, bub? I know. You know it's walk time. How are you doing? Good. You just chilling? Hi. I fucking love honey, dude. I have like 4 types of honey in my kitchen at all times, but I don't put it on my pancakes. He is such a baby. He does this and then burrows into me. He's pulling me down. It's happening. So you wouldn't put syrup on a pancake ass. Wait, depends what kind of syrup. A tire, warm fresh maple syrup on fresh. No, yeah. Oh my God. You want to know something super weird? I did have that for the first time this year. Would you like to know where I had it? Motherfucking Burning Man, bitch. Because there is everything at Burning Man, and I fuck you not. They had a table of snow. I'm not fucking with you. Do I know how they maintained snow in the middle of the desert? No, I do not. However, they did have a table of snow where they poured out the real maple syrup and like it turns into its weird caramel shit and they roll it up on a stick and you get your stick of the syrup. You take a big like off of it and then they gave you a shot of delicious Canadian whiskey at the end of the line. It was my favorite camp. I went ever. They win my heart. Like I felt at home. Like we found this camp and I was like, "Oh, this is where we belong." I found it. I found my place. It was amazing. It was perfect. It was so Canadian. And I have no idea what the camp's name was. I could not tell you. Whiskey. But it was great. It was just snow. This was before the rain. This was in the heat. I have no clue. There were ice cream stands out there, man. No, I fucking idea. Yes, Viata, actually. So not only, no, it's totally worth caps. So Burning Man passed their environmental check thing. Not only did they pass their environmental check thing post a horrible year, you know, you guys know, we talked about it, the rain and the fucking mud and the hell. Not the hell of the mud, but the hell of getting all the moop and all the garbage out of the mud. That was the hell. And being scared what was left in that mud after we left. Cause like you digging through the mud makes it worse, you know, you don't want to turn up the earth. So like it's a whole fucking ball game out there. And so not only did we pass it, it was actually a little bit less than average. spiritual round for the burners out there. That's incredible. And I think it's because everyone was so psychotically meticulous, but also, personal theory, when the rain hit, all the sparkle ponies, i.e., the trash fucks, left early, meaning their waste was cut down by a half, if not more. I think we were there over. Ugh, it's been a bit now. I don't remember what day the rain actually hit anymore or how many extra days we were there, but we were there extra days for sure. And everybody that I think, the usual kind of people that wouldn't give a fuck left early, which cut down on a lot, but like it was slightly better than average. Yeah, I followed the Burning Man Instagram and there was a really cool post. It just showed like how they calculate this, like how they actually take drones across the playa, they take drones across the playa. And these drones cover every fucking square inch with these really high-tech cameras looking at the ground to see if there's literally anything. Because it's a state park, and the moment they find trash out there, we're done. We can't go anymore. And so I think that's really cool because I remember being there, and aside from I told you guys about the porta potty incidences and like the alcohol bottles and shit, that was shameful, disgusting. Anybody who did that should fucking smack themselves. That's disgusting. Aside from that, though, what most of Burning Man felt like, i.e., the camps and stuff, it felt like being on the back end of a carnival. Like, if you've ever shown a horse or shown a dog in a show, in like a fair, and there's that back end where it's like tons of trailers and just people hanging out, camping, sharing food, sharing stories, whatever. Most of it felt like that, and I like it was 24/7. You would hear like dance music, and there was constantly lights, constantly things going on all the time. But I never once saw anything bigger than like a zip tie on the ground. It was like being at a fair or a carnival with zero garbage anywhere. Like, imagine a fair or carnival where you don't see trash cans overflowing, which is crazy. And everybody likes to, like there was fucking protesters protesting people going to Burning Man. I'm pretty sure those fuckers probably left more trash in their 6 square foot area of land they were sitting on in the road than we did in the entire desert. Like, there's even like not dress codes, but dress advice on, like, for instance, everybody at Burning Man dresses crazy. Don't wear feathers or sequins because that shit's gonna fall off and someone's gonna have to pick it up and they're gonna be real annoyed. So did I see feathers or sequins out there? No, I did not. Or glitter. Yeah, exactly. Like no loose glitter. None of that shit. You will not see it. You'll see rhinestones, but they're fucking glued on. And most of the time what I see is they're like it's like rhinestones that are actually on a piece of lace that is then like, bonded to someone's cheekbone. So then it's like one huge piece. It's not individual rhinestones that they're losing, or it's like face temporary tattoos and shit like that. Yeah, people are so responsible out there because they want to come back. And I just think that's really unique. I've never experienced anything like that. Protesting, they said that we were. Oh God, what did they say? These protesters were saying that the people at Burning Man were creating a big economic, like a not economic, like a big environmental footprint or something like that. I don't honestly know. The girl that was on the loudspeaker, she like totally, oh my God, sounded like this the whole time. So it was really, really hard for me to pay attention. But she was over 5 miles away from the gates to Burning Man, which are then miles away from actual Burning Man. So I have no idea how these people have any fucking idea or scope of what's actually going on at Burning Man. I don't have no clue. It was so dumb. like like Burning Man's the hippies. They're on the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they understand. Like come in. We're the ones. We're the ones out here. Like come in. You're on the wrong side. you know? Hi. This babe. Poodles always look like they're kind of just like mouth breathers, and I kind of love it. Yeah, I have no idea what they protested. They were protesting. Maybe for the sake of, no idea. Now, Kith, what are you doing? I know it's time. All right. Yeah, my haunted Victorian child. My other one's under my desk, and I think he's in her spot, and she's upset about it. I know several people who work for DPW. They work their asses off before and after the event to make sure there's not even a flake of glitter left over. Yes, I believe that. I follow them on Instagram and I watch what they do. It's insane. I mean, it's basically what we did as a camp individually on a fucking massive scale. I don't even know how to quantify that. Crazy, but I'm so grateful for it. I know. Mother, I. Dude, Knives, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It's if you've ever camped, you can do it. That's it. It's not that hard. I don't know. I guess I grew up camping harder than a lot of people. I never grew up camping with fucking porta potties. That's a luxury to me. But to each their fucking own. They're pretending Burning Man's a huge anti-environment event. That was essentially the message I got from it as well. Yeah. Even though most of the people who are just trying to give themselves the excuse of laughing at quote unquote dirty hippies trapped in the mud. Yeah. Honestly, I think it was people that wanted to be on the news because of the mud, it was actually impossible to get in and out of Burning Man unless you were willing to walk miles from the gates, which led to an actual road. You had to walk miles through mud to the actual Burning Man zone. And I think because no one actually had any idea how any of us were doing, because A, no reception, so none of us could call out or text or anything, but also no one could get in, some maybe people that love attention saw it as an opportunity to maybe get some. Because I wouldn't doubt if those were also the people telling the news stations that there was cannibalism or whatever, Ebola and all that shit they were trying to say, when really we all just, wrapped our shoes in plastic and continued partying. You know what I'm saying? It's kinda crazy what they come up with. I mean, Knives, it's even easier than camping because they've made it so and they're even making it more so mobility friendly. So, like, camping, you gotta, like, worry about the terrain and all this, like, you're not gonna have to worry about the weather changing, you're not gonna have to worry about getting anywhere. Like, they literally have golf carts that go around and take people places, like a cat bus of golf carts. It's called the cat bus, and it helps people because 'cause they're trying to make Burning Man super mobile friendly, like, it's pretty crazy. You're right, I need to go walk my dogs. You're right! Okay. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow for the first couple hours, I wanna talk about charity stuff, and then we're gonna play some more BioShock Infinite. I have no idea how long it's gonna take us to get through this fucking BioShock Infinite DLC, but I'm not mad about it because it's BioShock Infinite. It's really good. I'm gonna save the video. I wanna watch the rest of the throat video, but we had to celebrate Vissy's birthday, and how dare you complain about that? I'll come for you. I love my girl, and I'm so excited that I got to sing you happy birthday multiple times. Yes, we gotta do that because it's I cannot believe it's like, Erican reminded me that it's almost mid-December, and so, like, normally, like, this was my kind of, like, tentative plan is, like so I have to look it up, I don't know how, but I'm gonna look it up somewhere. I'm gonna look up what my actual partner anniversary is. It's either the 21st or the 23rd. Somewhere in there of December, and I wanna do, like, the 5 days of Christmas before that, and then just run the charity, or the fucking however many days we wanna do, depending on tomorrow I wanna talk about what charities I wanna do. I'm gonna pull up an Excel sheet, write them all down, and then I'm gonna take the night to, like, not that I don't trust any of you, but just vet them extra, so then I can say, like, "You vetted them, I vetted them, we've had 2 pairs of eyes on them, they look like legit, checked out charities, our money's not going to some skis bag overseas or whatever." You know what I mean? Just makes me feel better about it. You never know. But for Christmas, I try to pick something that's a little bit more obscure and less known about. Maybe a smaller end charity that just doesn't have as much attention. Because I don't know. Why not? We do St. Jude's other times. Yeah, like the small local stuff, you know, it means sometimes more, I think, to people that need it a little bit more. Perfect. Today's the 5th. We got 15 days to get it together. 15 days. That means I probably have there's probably 2 Mondays in there. I can do it. We can do it. We can do it. I have faith. Yeah. I've never like I've only vetted one charity that's taken like a week to vet because I actually had to write to the charity and ask them just like email me this one like information, like a tax code or something like that. It took a week, but other than that, it didn't take any longer, so it should be fine. It should be fine. But I'm excited. I love doing charity stuff. I like doing kind of obscure, unique charities because I don't know. Like I said, they expect it less sometimes. I don't know. We do the big ones when all the other streamers do them, and then do the big conglomerate ones. But it's fun to do the smaller ones during the holidays. Anyways, I've already got a couple, but like I said, if you can't be here, or like you just don't know, or you don't want to be here, or whatever, your life is yours. Live it to the best. But you would like my channel to maybe support a charity of yours that you hold dear to your heart. Please DM it to me somewhere, anywhere. Just do it. And I will check it out and I'll add it to the list. You don't have to be here to add it. There's no fucking stipulation that way because that's ridiculous. Um, I thought I saw. Yeah. Okay. Did it just go away? I've been trying to raid someone for the past 3 minutes while I'm just blabbering and it just keeps failing on me. Okay. I'm raiding my friend Smokaloke. He's playing a cool game. He's a cool dude. His voice is heaven. It's crunchy butter on a stick in a good way. No, it's the maple thing with a whiskey shot. He's seriously just a cool dude. Um, yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Bioshock and Charities. I love you. Take your joy.